Well, hello there. How are we doing? As usual, every time I do a live, just leave me one comment. So I don't feel like a psychopath speaking to a computer. Nobody's there. See, there's 5 people there. How are we doing today? Got myself a banana. It's going to be a long one. Got to fuel myself, guys. Okay. I'm going to discuss all sorts of things today. I don't have a theme. I know the live's called Thankyou. I'm going to explain that in a few moments, why I want to say thank you. Got to be grateful in this world, for sure. Hey, how you doing, Dan? You good? Talk about the Ashes. I used to love playing cricket when I was younger. I used to love watching the Ashes when I was younger as well. I haven't looked too much into cricket, mate. Maybe I should. I don't know what's going on in the Ashes at the moment, mate, so I can't really discuss it. But I'll look into it for you. Maybe do a video. Bueno. Speaking a bit of Spanish there. Boris Johnson, yeah, get lost. I'm going to discuss that clown today in detail. Hey, Happy Face Man. Hey, Holly. How you doing? Thank you. Nice comeback. You get a lot of nice comebacks in the rigged NBA, don't you? I appreciate that you appreciate my work and say leadership skills. Thank you. I think that's why I'm a really good coach. I am a good leader. I've been a captain of a lot of my teams when I played football. I think that comes naturally. I don't think you can really coach leadership. It's like speed. You can't really coach speed. Andreas, one of the best coders in the community, has an Instagram page. Andreas, just put the link to your Instagram, mate. So Andreas today, he discovered something amazing. So a while back, he identified that there was a potential riddle in the NBA between the Orlando Magic and the Washington Wizards. And it was all connected to Aleister Crowley, who was a black magician and a wizard. And he decoded it. He got the Magic at huge odds. And today the Magic play the Wizards again. And today's date is 1/12. And Aleister Crowley died on 1/12, the 1st of December. And today's the January the 12th. So both dates can be written 1/12. So that whole game will be about Crowley. But I don't want to talk too heavily about sport today. I'm going to explain that as well later in the chat. But Andreas does really good work, and he has an Instagram page. Ciao, Adam. Greetings from Italy. Love it. It always makes me happy when there's people from Italy and Spain and Africa and the US and Canada. The 3 countries that watch my work the most, I check my analytics. It goes the United Kingdom, United States, then it's Canada. And then there's all sorts of other countries. I'm like, wow, Sierra Leone's in there, like all these African countries. All the European countries, it's really nice, to be honest. What else we got? Greetings from Michigan. Wow, how's Michigan? That's Detroit, yeah? I've got a friend called Jay Sol who lives in Michigan. He said he loves it. How did you learn Gematria? Long story. I think I've said it a few times. Back in 2020, when coronavirus was declared a pandemic and we all got put into the lockdown, and we all basically consented because we didn't know. We just played along at the beginning. And I was so frustrated. I was like, what can I do that's productive? Because my brain doesn't stop. What can I do? So I can't just be stuck in the house doing nothing. So I wrote a book, which I've mentioned a few times. I wrote a book called The Illusion. That's where I got my name from. Gave myself the name The Illusion before I knew what Gematria was. And like in chapter, 48, 49 of my book, I learned about numerology and symbolism, and that's where I discovered Gematria. And then I discovered Zach's page on YouTube, because when you type in Gematria, it leads you to him. And then I just learned it myself. I learned the basics. I was like, okay, I know enough now to learn this myself and go to the next level. And then being a teacher myself, a teacher and a coach, I was like, I need to teach other people this because I'm really good at teaching. And that's how I learned Gematria, mate. And hopefully I'm the guy now. I hope in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months time, people go, how did you learn Gematria? Oh, The Illusion. That would be amazing if I'm inspiring people. I want to say something. I'm definitely not going to say names here at all. But 2 people recently have messaged me, and this gave me chills. I almost cried, guys. I almost cried, and it's not like me. 2 people said that I saved their lives. They said my videos saved their lives. It gave them hope. My whole body just got chills sent. They said that I saved their lives. They were so down. They were fed up. They had no hope. They wanted to just take their own life. And they said watching my videos changed it. And I was like, I'm nearly welling up now. I can't believe it. 2 people, not just one. Fuck. Sorry, I nearly swore there. So that hit me. And that's why I want to say thank you, because I never, ever expected so many people to respect and follow my work. I didn't set this up to be an influencer, really. I did it because it was a platform where I could just speak. Nobody around me wanted to hear what I wanted to say. Nobody agreed with me. Nobody had my beliefs. So when I tried to speak to a person about it, it led to nothing. So I was like, if I have YouTube, at least I can just speak my mind. And even if there's 1 or 2 people that can resonate with my words, then I'm happy. And now it's like got thousands of followers. And so, yeah, I want to say thank you. I'm going to go back to that, and I'll go back to the comments. So I want to say thank you to every one of you, like following me on Patreon, leaving comments on YouTube, subscribing to me. Guys, I'm a regular Joe. Well, I'm not going to say Joe. I'm an average guy, guys, who's pretty smart. And just, I think that's why people... So I spoke to a guy yesterday. I'm not going to say his name. Some people don't like it, on Patreon. He really wanted to call me. He wanted to learn from me. I called him at like midnight for 2 hours for free. For 2 hours, I answered any question of his. And he said that he connected with me because I was real. He could understand the way I posted, like the way I discussed all the numbers. He just knew I was real. And I think more people are realizing I am organic. At the beginning, everybody called me out. Well, not everybody, that's just being extreme. You're just doing it for money. You're a scam artist. You're just promoting gambling. I don't want to gamble ever again, guys. I'm done with it. I did a post on my Patreon. I think it was yesterday. I said, if you just want to gamble, like I said, leave my Patreon, guys. It's fine. Much love. Good luck on your journey. Go somewhere else. Learn to decode yourself. I'm not in it just for that anymore. I'll do it. But this knowledge is something else, guys. And do I really want to just decode sports every day, to watch the game go to the last second, to take my energy? Even yesterday, it's not that much money. You can win like a little bit of money, and I'm not even happy anymore when I win it. And when I lose it, I hate it. So anyway, thank you to all of you. Joe's Bradford born and bred. So am I, of course. Like I said, I played for Bradford. I grew up in Bradford, well, Saltaire. Lived there about 20, I think I left England at like 22. Moved to Los Angeles. I still miss Bradford. I think Bradford, back when I was growing up, it was glorious. I used to go on nights out all the time. There was so much energy in Bradford. It was beautiful. And like the last time I returned to Bradford, it was soulless Bradford. It lost its soul, and it was really sad, to be honest. Somebody said they're from York. I absolutely... You know, York, Sadie, was supposed to be the capital of England, and they changed it because they wanted it to be in the southern part of England. So they changed it from York to London. So there's so many castles and things in York and York Minster. York's an incredible place, an absolutely beautiful place to visit, and I'm sure it's a beautiful place to live. Me and my boy Jay Soul, we really loved Alabama to lose the NCAAF final, and we were getting all these signs from the universe. I saw a number plate with Georgia on the back with 1122, and that's the date JFK died. And then he was seeing all these Georgia number plates, and they beat Alabama. It's like the universe has literally told us who was going to win. Okay. We're going to have a Rugby League World Cup in the UK. Interesting. Rugby League is really popular in the UK, in particular the northern part of England. I grew up being a huge Bradford Bulls fan when they were the best team in the entire world, in the planet, Bradford Bulls at the time. And I loved it. That is sport, to be fair. I have a lot of respect for the players. Those guys are real athletes and real tough son of bitches, these rugby players. It's not like the NFL where they wear a helmet and pads and all of that. Little bitches in the NFL. Rugby players are real. Grew up friends with a lot of rugby players, decent rugby players, and I had so much respect for them. I had a guy called Michael Derrick. It was only small, but my God, he was a phenomenal rugby player. I get chills so often now. I'm thinking about Michael Derrick, the guy I went to university with, one of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet, one of the quietest guys you'll ever meet. See him on a rugby pitch. My God, the guy was an animal. He was an animal. I don't think he even knows I do this stuff. I've not spoken to him for a long time, but at university, he was one of my best friends. It's weird how that happens, isn't it? You have these friends like you go to uni with or college, and you're really close, and then boom, you don't ever speak to them again after. All right. Canada is a mess right now with COVID rules. The whole world is. I guess where I'm living, it's not so bad. But yeah, Canada's horrific. Certain parts of the States, certain countries in South America. Where I'm living in Mexico, it's pretty chilled. There's mask mandates to enter stores and stuff like that. But it's like, for example, when I get in there, I'll wear it to enter. It's off straight away. When I'm in a mall, when I'm in a restaurant, when I'm in, like, I don't know, Costco, whatever, it goes on for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and it's off. And if they kick me out, they kick me out. Both the Magic and Wizards, what was it not? Well, anyway, okay, maybe it wasn't on that date, but it was all connected to Crowley because he was a magician and a wizard. And they played each other, and it was definitely connected to his birthday or his death date, one of them. What about Zach Hubbard? I get asked about Zach in every single live. You got to make your own decision on people, but I'll say it hopefully for the last time. I learned from Zach at the beginning. I respected his work. I was actually really excited. Anytime Zach was going live, I was like, yes, okay, I'm going to sit down and listen to this guy. I've got a lot of respect for his knowledge because I didn't have any knowledge of Gematria. I was like, what is this? And maybe some of you guys are tuning into me now, like at the beginning of your journey, and you still don't know what Gematria is. So hopefully I can make it a little bit more easier to understand than he did. He often overcomplicated it, in my opinion. But Zach, take what you want from him. He does some really good work, but I don't trust the guy. I don't watch his work anymore. I don't think he's organic anymore. So, and if he is organic, he's an absolute legend. If he's 100% organic and authentic, he's an absolute legend. But yeah, you've got to make your own decision about other people. J Soul, true legend. We've been on a real journey with each other, me and J Soul. I've done a few, I don't know if you want to call them interviews, but podcasts, whatever they're called. And one was about gambling and one was just about our journey and how we met. We've never even met each other, guys, face to face. But I've spoken to J Soul more than anybody in the world over the last year, and I've never met him, which says it all. You don't have to necessarily see people in person to have a connection with them. So yeah, J Soul is a great decoder, but recently the codes have not been hitting, and we don't know why. But all the other codes, if you watch my code today about when coronavirus was declared a pandemic to today's date, that's the coding I love because it's undeniable. There's no win or loss or anything like that. It's like you can't argue with anything I post. It's all fact. And that's what I enjoy to do. I stumbled onto Tommy Tufel. Yeah, Tommy Tufel is a legit guy, just a regular guy with a lot of energy, speaks a lot of truth. And I think he was brought up in a Masonic family, from what I've heard. And I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's real. I think he's really organic. But that's my opinion. I always wanted to visit Canada. Every Canadian that I've met is a beautiful person. They're always smiling. They're always happy. They're always really honest. I've nothing but respect for Canadians, the ones that I've met. The country itself, obviously the leader is an absolute joke, that invert. No respect for that guy. And I was saying today, my mate Manny, who's on my Patreon, he called, I laugh so hard, he called Boris Johnson the crime minister. And I had a tear in my eye. I was like, how have I never come up with that myself, the crime minister? Why are people listening to crime ministers like Boris? Why are people listening to Biden? Why are they still listening? Did you hear what Boris said? I don't give a shit what Boris said. And whatever he said, like, it is a ritual. I'm going to go against it. Again, he's apologizing for something that happened. what was it, May the 20th, 2020, and is apologizing for it today on 112. And the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. But how many people in the world have that knowledge? Go ask any of your neighbors how many countries the Jesuits operate in. You won't have one that'll give you an answer. So what they're doing, guys, they're taking advantage of people who have a lack of knowledge. I think that's what's gone on with secret societies for centuries. They are the illuminated ones. They are the ones with all this knowledge that's sacred, that they keep to themselves. And then they feed us bullshit at school. We get fed bullshit sandwiches every freaking day on the news, at school, from our leaders. And it's dumbing us down. It's dumbing us down. So that's why the average person in this world is a little bit slow, without being disrespectful to them. They are, and it's not really their fault. They've been programmed that way from birth. I still don't know how I see the world the way I see it. I did that YouTube video months ago. Was I chosen for this? Which wasn't implying I'm the chosen one. I'm not Jose Mourinho. I'm like, was I chosen for this? I never looked for this knowledge, really. It just found me. I didn't really want to write a book. It just happened. It's not something I'd planned to do for like years. It just happened. Didn't really want to have a YouTube channel or a Patreon. It just happened. So what I try and do is spread knowledge to increase people's consciousness, because the whole world is about energy and consciousness. And if everybody's on a low frequency, we're easier to control, guys. Somebody said, Adam, what if everybody saw the world the way you saw it? Do you think the world would be a better place? I said, 1,000,000%. We wouldn't be exploited. We wouldn't be taken advantage of. We'd want to help each other. I was driving the other day, stopped at traffic. Being stopped at traffic. One, there was a guy, an old man probably in his 80s, begging for money. But if you gave him money, he gave you a piece of candy. So he had the respect to actually give you something. And I gave him quite a lot of money, actually. Usually I just give them a few coins where they can buy a bottle of water or something. I gave him a bit more than usual. And his face, man, it was just amazing. And then he gave me one of his candies. And it was caramel flavor, which is my favorite. And it was unbelievable, this little candy. And just giving him that money, seeing him smile, like, I never did those things before, guys. I swear down, if a beggar came up to my window with some candy in his hand, I'd basically say, piss off, mate. I would literally say, piss off, like he was some sort of insect or something. And now I'm like, okay, here's an opportunity to just do a nice thing. The guy's out on the street, he's in his 80s, he probably has a family. I don't know. I see things differently now. I don't think he did drugs or anything like a lot of these homeless people do. They take your money and then just buy drugs. And then there was another one. I told my mate, I said, mate, we have to be living in a matrix. We have to be living in a matrix. And 2 minutes later, I get stopped at a light, and the car in front of me was a matrix. It was something like a Toyota Matrix. And I zoomed in and took a photo. I was like, I just said we live in a matrix, and the car in front of me is a matrix. I just thought, my Lord, like, people will say, searching for those things. No, they found me. All right. Can you please share anything they know about magician? I'll do a video for you. But if anybody does have knowledge of Crowley and can connect it to today's game between the wizards and the magic, please leave a comment. There's a lot of really smart people in this community. All right, let me go through your comments. The Irish rugby team never took a knee. Now media is pushing Irish rugby team is not Irish. Not enough diversity. They need a brother to stand. Guys, taking the knee has done nothing. Racism's still here. Well, the media will tell you it is. And taking the knee is a Masonic ritual. And when you look into the Egyptian gods, there was an Egyptian god that would take the knee. Like, its statue is the god taking a knee. I can't remember the name of the god. But a lot of this, guys, is just all ritual. The whole George Floyd thing, knee on it, Chauvin putting his knee on him, was intentional. So, yeah, taking the knee doesn't show solidarity. It doesn't mean if you don't take the knee, you're a racist. It just means you're not a little bitch doing what you're told. Respect for people who don't take the knee. Because it doesn't do anything. Taking a knee does nothing. It's It literally does nothing. England did it the whole Euros, didn't they? And then in the final, 3 black players missed penalties, 3 in a row. And then they get racist abuse. How did taking the knee do, right? It did absolutely. Just a joke, but people are still taking it. Stop watching the Premier League with these teams taking the knee as well. Stop watching these games. I've proven now that these games are rigged and satanic. Every sport. At the God, this African Cup of Nations, the most horrific tournament I've ever witnessed. I've been talking about 10 for a year and a half. Practically every game's been dog shit level. I've said since a little kid. Well, not a little kid, 15, 16. I bet I'm as good as some of these pros. And I always laughed at in my face. The Masons, guys. And I probably am better than a lot of these players. Put me on a field with them. People want to cry and bitch and say, oh, yeah, whatever. I know now. It's all rigged. It's pathetic to play football. Even though they train every single day. The whole life, basically. Still mediocre, half of them. I always wondered about Zach. I don't watch his stuff anymore. That's all I'm going to say. I don't watch Zach's stuff anymore. But Zach's brought me together with a lot of other people. Zach gave me a shout out one time, said my work was amazing. I got a load of Patreons because of him. I'm grateful for Zach. I just don't give a shit about his work anymore. I can do better work than Zach now, to be honest. I find better things, and I don't just blame the Jesuits all the time. There's something above the Jesuits. There's something above the Jesuits, for sure. There's no way all these rituals are down to them. It's just all the numbers are connected to them. Boris resides at 10 Downing Street, guys. Satan gets you 10. Just that number is so huge, the number 10. People, why is it 10 Downing Street? It's the type of question you would never ask growing up. You don't care. But now I know why it's 10, because Satan gets you 10. All right. Yes, they did. I decoded before the game. They won the night of Crowley's death on December the 1st. Okay, so I was correct with it. Oh, no. Well, I wasn't correct. Andreas was correct. His code was amazing. You can check it out on his Instagram page. Barca Real Madrid starts. Somebody asked me to decode it, but again, I said this yesterday. I'm kind of done with decoding sports. It's so obvious now. I don't need gematria. Sometimes you just got to look at the odds. You've got to look at the odds and be like, wait, this team's won 7 in a row and this team's lost the last 5. Why is the team that's lost the last 5 the big favourite today? It means they're probably going to win. Doesn't even need gematria with it. I'll still decode them. I'm just not decoding every day, 3, 4 games every single day. It's not worth my energy. Win or lose, it takes my energy with sports. This live stream, does it take my energy a little bit, but it's all positive. There's nothing negative about this live stream. All the NBA games yesterday, they practically went to the last shot. What are the chances of that? You see my video, guys, about the NFL? The last game, week 18, Big Ben made his debut 18 years ago, and with 18 wins against the Ravens. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about Big Ben, which reminds me of London, the clock tower, which is all to do with time. And these Jesuits love time. And the Masons, for whatever reason, they're obsessed by time. That's why you have Time magazine, which is so popular. But you had the Chargers, the Raiders, and Pittsburgh. It went to the last 2 seconds of overtime to decide who made it to the playoffs. What are the chances? It was embarrassing. I like the Raiders to win. They did, but they won it with 2 seconds left in overtime. 3 games in the NFL went to overtime. Again, what are the chances of that? It's hard enough getting 1 game tie-in, 3 in the same in the last week, and it was all between teams fighting for a playoff spot. I don't want to be involved in it. I want to reveal it. I don't want to be involved in watching these games ever again. Usain Bolt, yeah, like lightning bolt, like Satan fell from the heavens like a lightning bolt. That's why the Gatorade logo, which they put on every major sporting event, is a lightning bolt. Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world, fast as lightning, lightning bolt. Not even his real name. They make up names all the time. I am doing well, Kesh. I would say recently, I haven't been sleeping as well as I was. In December, I had an amazing December. I didn't bet once. I had an amazing December. I've bet 3 times this month. And I'm not betting again. Win or lose, I'm not doing it. I coached yesterday. Listen, I coached yesterday. I coached this kid. Again, I won't say his name. First time ever. And he was an amazing player. He was 11. I think he's probably the best 11-year-old in where I live. He's the captain and all of that of the team that he plays for, the best team. And I was like, I'm on this field with this kid. He reminded of me, like he was like a mini me. He played like me when I was 11. He talked like me. He moves like me. He looked like me. And I was on the field with him. And it was an incredible session. I'm going to be coaching him now twice a week. And I was on that field. I was like, this is organic. I'm teaching this kid. He's loving it. He's smiling. It was just beautiful. I was like, this is sport. This is why I love sport. This is why I grew up loving sport. This is why I love PE. This is why I loved coaching. This is real. I can't watch these games anymore. I can't watch these pro sports anymore, guys. I know people care about them. I know people want to win money on them. And I get all of that, especially in this economy. But being out on that field with that kid, man, I'd rather do that. If it meant losing half of my Patreons by not decoding sports, I'll be sad, but I'll take it. I'll be like, okay, good luck on your adventure. Good luck. But I'll just go out there and make my money through coaching, not through gambling. Gambling won me thousands of dollars, guys. But what is it in reality? What is it? What can you really do with it? Inspiring people, that just, every time I finish coaching, I'm always happy. I always have a buzz and there's no negative to it. It's just all positive. So sorry for getting, I'm being a bit emotional today because yesterday really hit me when I coached that kid, how much I love football and how much professional football has ruined me. How much energy it's taken from me. And I'm so pissed off still, but I want to be one of the guys that brings it down. I'm probably the only guy. Well, no, there's a few others that talk about the Premier League. Zach knows a lot about the NFL, doesn't he? Pretty much the NFL and the MLB, because he played softball. He was an amazing softball player. Good for you, Zach, for being good at softball. But doing the Premier League, it's the most popular league in the entire world. I thought, if I can figure this out and reveal the deception in the Premier League, a lot of people will wake up. And a lot of people said they found my channel because they typed in, is the Premier League rigged? And they found all my videos. So it's not only me thinking this. I just back it up. I can back up my opinions, whereas a lot of people can't because they don't understand this knowledge. I can back it up and I can make predictions. Opinions of Muhammad Ali, fraud, deceiver. And honestly, it sounds disgusting. I won't even be shocked that if he never had Parkinson's. It sounds horrific, but they're actors. Probably never had Parkinson's. Probably goes home and gets out of his wheelchair and spits lyrics. There's a lot of them. There's the other guy from Back to the Future, I think. I don't think he has Parkinson's. He's an actor. I've seen it many times where he goes to just speaking normally and he stops shaking. And then the camera zooms in, he starts going all over the top with it. It's a show, like I said, William Shakespeare, the first man to get vaccinated. That told us the world's a stage. And I can't remember his name from the UK. Health Secretary, I can't remember his name. He was getting interviewed by Piers Morgan, laughing when they were talking about William Shakespeare. He couldn't get his words out because he was laughing. It's like he wasn't prepared for it. So how do you feel about William Shakespeare being the first man? And he was like, yeah, William Shakespeare, the first man, what a noble man. He was just laughing about it. I was like, you little prick, I would love to slap you in your face. All of these people. If you type in, wait a second, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and find the name of the car. I promise you. And I took a photo of it. Who asked me about the car? Gary Garner's stack of ribs. Mate, how are those stack of ribs? I'm a big fan of barbecue ribs. Is that your job? Do you sell ribs? If so, guys, check out Gary Garner's stack of ribs. So, Gary, Google Toyota Matrix. You probably can't see this. You probably, well, I'd say you definitely can't see it. Can you see how it says Matrix here? You probably can't. Google Toyota Matrix. I'm going to do it as well. I've never heard of a car called the Toyota Matrix. Maybe it's just in Mexico. Yeah, here. The Toyota Matrix. Here we go. I'm gonna put it in there, and it's from Canada. How weird is that? When we've been talking about Canada. So here you go, mate. There's info about the Toyota Matrix, which I saw when I was driving. When I said that we live in a matrix, and then I drove up behind a Toyota Matrix, which is hilarious. No, Italy won beaten in 34, mate. The final made it 34. That was one of their biggest riddles, because Freemasonry was founded 304 years ago, and it was the Freemasons who founded the Football Association. I just thought that would have benefited, because Freemasonry was founded in England. It made so much sense for England, but again, I got on Italy in the game. When England went up, I hammered Italy. I won a ton of money, but I did like England to win it, to be honest. But I saw the riddle for Italy. That's where I would win so much money, in play. I tell people this all the time. I won all my money in play. Because I could, but that meant I had to watch the games, because I listened to the commentators. I saw the events that were playing out, and I won a load of money. But I'm not watching these games ever again. I don't think I ever want to watch a game again. Somebody said, "Hey Adam, why don't you live stream the Super Bowl?" I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. There's lots of teams that have an amazing riddle as well for the Super Bowl. I said Dallas, but then you've got Brady and the Bucks. I'm not going to go through all the riddles, but they're insane. Green Bay Packers have an insane riddle, and so do the Chiefs. So it's one of those four. But to be honest, I don't really give a shit who wins it. What I'd want to reveal is who wins it, and I'll show you why they won it, so people stop giving them energy. Because pro sports is energy harvesting. Mainstream media is energy harvesting. Restrictions are energy harvesting. All of them. Okay, I'm definitely going to decode. Who's Randy Zuckerberg? Who's that? Is that Mark Zuckerberg's wife? Let me have a look. Who's Randy Zuckerberg? Randy Zuckerberg. American businesswoman. That's a bloke. That's a bloke. I'm looking at the images now. The sister. It's Zuckerberg's sister. Of course, born in New York. Like Trump, where 9/11 took place. Yeah, Randy Zuckerberg, that's a bloke. No doubt. I think Liverpool's 3-3 game against Milan in 2005. Yes. That was one of the games that woke me up. I remember being in the pub. There's a pub called The Branch. It's not there anymore. It's a cool pub. And I watched that game. I was like, wait, Milan are up 3-0. Best team in the world. Best attacking talent. Best defense probably since I've been alive. They had like Maldini, Nesta. I think they had Jaap Stam. Dida in goal. From what I remember, they had Pirlo playing. They had Shevchenko. They had Crespo. They had Seedorf. They had Kaká. It was an unbelievable team. The 3-0 up against a shit Liverpool team. How they got there in the first place. They had Jimmy Traore playing. They had Harry Kewell playing. Smeetser, Barros, I think. Can't remember everything, guys. Hippier, Henshaw, Carragher. And the 3-0 up at half-time. And they draw 3-3 and lose on penalties. Penalty gets you 33. 33, the highest degree of Freemasonry. Gerrard was the hero. What I'm saying to you guys is this. It took me a while to basically accept this. These players are not in control of what goes on in those fields. They're not. I did my Solskjaer video. There's no way Beckham perfectly put it on Sheringham's head to flick it to Solskjaer, who did a perfect finish to the top corner. Can't happen. Gerrard's header in that final, bullet header. Dudek's incredible save from Shevchenko. There's a lot of things you can do intentionally as players. There's a lot of things you can't. You can't hit the crossbar from a yard. Well, I probably could, but it's difficult. I probably hit it 3 times out of 10, aiming for it. And there's magic. There's magic, or there's an organic element with the universe that whatever will be, will be. But all these outcomes, they're predetermined. I don't know why today the official blew the whistle after 85 minutes in the African Cup of Nations game. What is that? I don't know why they're doing that. Sometimes I don't understand the rituals. But I know that it pisses people off, and I know they like to piss people off. Bradford City legend Ian Almonroyd, he was horrific. He was like the old day Peter Crouch. Shit footballer, big lanky twat. Not a good footballer at all, but he had a 10, 15 year career. Not very good at all, was it? Hey, I'm new here. I was just wondering what cosmology you subtype. I don't know enough about it, mate, cosmology, but I would love to look more into it. So I'm glad you found my page, and I'm really interested. No, I'm not watching the final of the African Cup of Nations. Are you kidding me? I'd rather put a bullet in my head than watch an African Cup of Nations game, guys. I'm not watching that. Who's it going to be? It's probably Nigeria are going to be there. We'll see. See if there's any deaths recently with Africans. Probably tell you who's going to win. That seems to be how it works. I met one of Crowley's great grandsons in Solihull. Well, there's a football team called Solihull Moors, isn't there? I think they're playing the conference. He asked me for a light of all things. A light, a light, like Lucifer, the light bearer, the morning star. He asked, you mean a light like to smoke? Cigarette? Lighter? Are you, what's up, mate? Just got here. How are you doing, Simon? Hope you're well, mate. Looking at plasma cosmology, Anthony Parrott. Okay, I'll type it in now. Plasma cosmology. Let's have a look. Plasma cosmology is a non-standard cosmology whose central postulate is that the dynamics of ionized gases and plasmas play important, if not dominant, roles in the physics of the universe. Yeah, aka we live in a matrix. That's what it's telling you there. Michael Watson faked his injury, possibly. DWG thinks Senegal will win. Do you remember Senegal in that World Cup? Did they beat France one time when they had El Hadj Diouf and they went on this big run? Senegal, this unknown team. All ritual guys. I think they got to the quarterfinal of the World Cup. And then about 5 of the players went to the Premier League. Irving or Aaron Rodgers is going to be... I won't be shocked. I won't be shocked here. I'm not sure about Aaron Rodgers soon. I don't know what they're doing with Kyrie Irving. But Kyrie Irving said in an interview, he got interviewed and he was always talking about magic. He said everything he does is magic. Kind of like soft disclosure that what he does is magic. It's not really even him. It was a ruthless shout about sticks. Coobs, my mate Coobs is, I'd say he's one of my best friends. He's from Bradford. He journey to Los Angeles to coach. He's now married. He's got a beautiful wife. He's a dad and he always wanted to be a dad. Getting children. But Coobs, I played football with him. He played at Hollywood with me for a few games. We played at Guiseley a few games together. He's just a real organic guy. He makes me laugh all the time. He designed the book cover for my book. Did it for free. One of the smartest guys I know as well is Coobs. He really is a really, really good guy, man. What else we got? Your decodes are on fire. Thank you. Thank you. It's very hard, isn't it, to accept that your idols have deceived you. And maybe, guys, there is a tiny chance that they're not deceiving you, that they have no idea that they're taking part in rituals, because maybe they're under a spell. Maybe if it is complete magic, then maybe none of the players know. But I don't agree with that. I think the top stars, the top coaches, the officials, I think they all know. But if none of them truly know, then it's magic. There's some magic spell that's been going on for decades, maybe centuries. But I don't consent to that. I think a lot of them know. I was speaking to my mate about Harry Potter. I bet a lot of these Masons from young age, they don't go to regular school where they get indoctrinated. They'll go to these secret schools like Harry Potter where they'll learn Gematria in like kindergarten. I'm learning it at 33. They learn it in kindergarten. They probably learn about magic. They learn about the secrets of the universe. And then they get these high positions and then manipulate the masses who have no knowledge. I bet there are schools like Harry Potter where these kids are basically wizards, but we can't accept it because we think it's fantasy. But fantasy and reality is the same thing. Science fiction's bullshit. Basically, everything they say science fiction 20 years later becomes true. What is fiction? My friend Amy messaged me today and she said, what is true? What is the truth? I said, you got to find your own. Oh no, she said, what is real? It's all perception, guys, what's real. There's no answer for that. What is true? There's no answer for that. What makes somebody happy? There's no answer for that. Different things make different people happy. Sport is coming digital, looks like computer games, and all big sports stars all playing console. Yeah, if you notice, all the top stars, like the Xbox and PlayStation 4, and when they get interviewed, they're always promoting that. There's not much difference between watching a FIFA game now and a Premier League game, or playing Madden and watching the NFL. It's like the same thing. It's basically the same thing. Now, it all seems so staged and rigged. I can't watch it anymore. I don't play video games. I never really did, other than FIFA Pro Evo a little bit in tournaments, playing with my mates, but it's never into computers. I wanted to be on a field. I wanted to play with my mates. I want to be on the street and play cuppy. I don't know what cuppy is, but like 5 of you, if you score, you go to the next round, and then eventually 2 of you. I love doing that. I didn't want to be sat on my ass playing video games. Every kid plays them now. Hey, Mr. Adam, can you get this game? Can you play this game with? No, I'm not playing video games. Shove them up your ass. I've no interest in them. There's people buying land in the meta universe. They're buying land. They're purchasing land in the meta universe. It's people, man. I don't know. Do you think Barca are actually in debt? Mate, Michael, on this printed paper, none of these clubs are in debt. Did the machine stop working? Did the paper machine stop working? Money never runs out. They try and tell us money runs out. How does money run out when it's paper? Just like Monopoly, when you run out of notes, you can get an A4 piece of paper and continue the game. You strike $100 on it. So yeah, Barcelona are not in debt. And I've said what's going to happen with Barcelona. In 2 or 3 years, they'll be the best team in the world, if pro sports are still running by then. I think in less than 10 years, they'll be gone. Oh, it's all going to be revealed. People like me are going to really help bring it down. I really believe that's why I keep doing what I do. So yeah, 2 or 3 years, Barca will be the best team in the world. Just watch. They're going through a shitty time now because it's all about the numbers, all rituals. Ritual, and you see what it means. Can you decode Gary Lineker? Yes. Detest that guy. I got golden boot in 1990. 6 goals, just like Kane got 6 goals. Both dog shit. Both dog shit. Lineker and Kane, very similar to each other, the way they played. Dog shit players who've been pushed to the moon and back for whatever reason. The Masonic ties. Cain, like Cain and Abel in the Bible. Research Cain and Abel. Remember Cain in WWE and The Undertaker, the Ministry of Darkness. The Undertaker in Gematria 201. The Brothers of Destruction. So satanic, which they made it entertaining. That's what they do. They make satanic things entertaining, just like music. Oh, speaking of music, somebody left a comment and told me to look into. There's a song called "Watch Out for 666." I'm not going to read all the lyrics out, but listen to this, okay? Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666. In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. That's the mark of the beast. I saw a tiny pre-programmed computer chip so thin, implanted in men's foreheads underneath their skin. This is 2009, guys, when this came out. Linking all its bearers to the system's central brain, the master computer that over them will reign. I've said there could be a supercomputer that is the god of this realm. And then it just repeats this bit, huge. Chorus. Watch out for 666. Number I talk about all the time. Kobe's highest scoring game, 666. The pandemic exercise was 666 days before coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. I've done about 1 million 666s. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. 2009. Talking about a 2009. Wow. That's why I say this all the time in my lives. They can take everything from me, my money, my home, my job, but they're not taking my soul. They'll have to put a bullet in my head. They're not taking my soul. I'm not afraid of anything or anybody. Told you the story when a police guy put a gun to me when I was at the beach, and I laughed in his face. I saw the fear in his eyes. He was never going to do anything. Forcing me to leave the beach at 6 o'clock. Of course, it's 6 o'clock. Do you know the game is open? Wait, did you know that the game to open Wembley was England? Yes, I did. First goal was after 25 seconds. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. So somebody's just said this, DWG. It says the first game to open Wembley, the new Wembley, was England under 21 versus Italy under 21. I think Italy won the game, didn't they? First goal came after 25 seconds. And in the Euro final, number 25, Saka, missed the. Good stuff, mate. And Pope equals 25. 2-5. That's when Ronaldo was born. 2-5. That's when Neymar was born. How interesting. Good find, mate. This is why I love my community so much, all of you. You leave stuff like that, and I learn every day from you. So thank you for that. Any Gaudi decos linked to Barca? Not looked into it, mate. Not really looked into Barca. Most of the players don't know. I agree. Like most of the doctors don't know. These doctors are indoctrinated. They're indoctrinated. A lot of doctors in genuine guys, a lot of them, they do care. And they also think they're doing the right thing. Most people think following orders is doing the right thing. I'm not going to say all doctors are evil. I know a lot of doctors, amazing people, but they're part of the system, which is part of the problem. And I think deep down, a lot of them know what they're doing is wrong, but they don't want to lose their job. It's taken them 7 years, 8 years to get there. And they've got kids and they've got family and they've probably got a big mortgage. It takes a brave, honorable soul to leave their job, guys. I did. I left my job, which I loved. There was multiple reasons, to be honest, but I loved it. Let me just tell you something quickly. I was teaching 9th grade last year. I'm going to go through the units with you. There was six freaking units in the book. This book was called My Perspectives, if you want to look it up. One of the units was called The Literature of Civil Rights, which just reminds me of the whole George Floyd ritual. One of them was called Romeo and Juliet, which is all about William Shakespeare, and he was the first man to get the vaccine. Another chapter was called A World's End, which talked about the world ending. Another one was called A Zombie Apocalypse. And I was like, oh my God, this is what education is. It's indoctrinating. All those topics is what's going on now and what they're pushing and promoting. And I couldn't be a part of it anymore. And it sucks because I didn't want to leave. The difference between the truth and a conspiracy theory is about a month. Yeah, that's an amazing line. Yeah, these conspiracy theories that people like me supposedly come out with, and then a month later, everything I say happens. Still a conspiracy theory, guys, even though everything I said came about like a few months after. The Prem players are 100% in on it. Yeah, I think so. Look at the soft power, the kneeling. Yeah. Yeah. Either they're in on it or they're absolute bitches and pussies. But I think they're in on it. And you can tell through the symbolism, the goal scoring that they do, all the things that they do, all these celebrations. That gives it away for me. They tell you who they are through symbolism. But most people don't understand or appreciate symbolism. A lot of I follow on Facebook, his granddad was 33-degree Mason. His dad's stuff is great. Not all Masons are bad people. Not all Masons are bad people. I think at 33-degree, though, you must have gone through some pretty insane rituals. The top end, you have to be a scumbag to get in. Freemasonry is an invite-only global. Yeah. But there's low-rank Freemasons, guys. Police officers, sometimes even security. There's low-rank Masons. They can't just have them all at the top. They need them at the bottom as well. They need to be in different roles. Any bets for today? Are you on OnlyFans? Oh, no, OnlyFans reminds me of girls just doing all of that. Even the most average girl has an OnlyFans, it seems now. But whatever, good luck to them. I'm not on OnlyFans, I'm on Patreon. And I love my community. I really do. I'll put the link if anybody wants to check it out and sign up to it. Somebody just messaged me now actually saying they want to sign up, which is nice. I only have like 4 of my friends that are signed up to me. I thought there'd be more people, but it's fine. I get it. A lot of people don't want to get too involved with it either because it's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in, which I get. But no, I don't have an OnlyFans. I have a YouTube channel and I have and I'm happy with that. I don't even think I can find the link. Okay, let me look. What else we got? Order followers and sports stars are no different. They will always follow scripts in return. Yeah, that's true, Paul. That's a very good comment. That's a really good comment. They're going to follow script. They want to keep the role. And a lot of it, guys, is they go through rituals and then they get blackmailed. So it's like, if you don't keep playing along, do you want me to put this in the Sun newspaper, in the Washington Post, that you did this? Do you want me to tell your family that you took part in this? Then they get trapped. They get trapped, unfortunately. Thoughts on the new direction now of gaming going VR and the whole sides of the metaverse, pros and cons? Oh, Coobs, great question, mate. Great question. There's people that say in the meta universe that you never die. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But the meta universe is, I think that's why they put all schools online, to get kids used to working online and being in front of a computer. And people are not going to know the difference. Virtual reality, it's going to be intertwined. You're not going to know the difference. I think there might be a separation of those who decide they want to live in the meta universe, whatever that is, and those who want to stay in this universe that we've been accustomed to our whole lives. I personally don't want to get involved in the meta universe. I have no interest in it. But I'm sure there's positives, guys. And if you want to leave comments, I don't know enough about it. What do you think is positive about the meta universe? Is there anything? What's negative about it? Positives of VR, of playing video games. Why are people so addicted to it? Why do they want us in this meta universe? I don't know. Lads, any bets for today? I saw one thing, but I didn't even do a decode. I was like, why are the Atlanta Hawks -175 to beat Miami, who are the most informed team in the league? That made no sense. I didn't even think it needed a decode. Why is the Hawks, who keep losing, the favorites to beat a team that keeps winning? But no, I'm taking a bit of a backseat with decoding sports. I think it's a trap. I think it's a little bit of a trap. And you can win money from it. Absolutely. But I'm taking a few days off decoding sports personally. So I don't know who's going to win games today. If anybody has any tips, go for it. Bruce Grobbelaar, yeah, match fixer, basically all got revealed. There's all sorts of stuff, guys, that have been revealed in pro sports. Again, my brother's a really good guy, Tom. He sent me an image saying, where is it? On the 20th of November, which can be written 2/11, the 47th prime, like Francis and Vatican. On the 20th of November, 2018, a referee got provisionally suspended by the CAF disciplinary board following the way he handled the CAF Champions League match, which ended 4-2. Freemason 42, Jesuit. So it's been there, guys. Many times referees have been accused of corruption, and it's been proven. FIFA got done for corruption, proven. So why do people still think that pro sports are not corrupt? Because they're in denial. Simply because they're in denial. I remember Brian Robson scored after 27 seconds. Brian Robson, the legend, the hero. He was a legend at Man United, Brian Robson. Mason. Then he went on to coach Middlesbrough. So many Masonic lodges, guys, in Teesside, in Sunderland, Middlesbrough. Knew like this. He had his hands like this. Like, why? And in the back behind him. When you understand this, guys, you see these people for who they are, deceivers, who used to be our idols. We all looked up to Shearer, didn't we? If we're English and we like football, we idolize Shearer, especially during 96. Remember, I did a video recently. The word corona gets you 66, 33, 30, and 96. England gets you 33. They hosted the World Cup in 66 when the Church of Satan was founded. They won it. Their coach was a Freemason, Alf Ramsey, open Freemason. And then 30 years later, they host Euro 96. All the numbers sync up. Corona, like Queen wears a crown. I think in the Premier League, doesn't the lion have a crown on its head, the logo? And who missed the decisive penalty in Euro 96? Gareth Southgate, the guy who's probably going to win the World Cup with England this year. It's either him or Argentina. And if it's somebody else, so be it, I'm wrong. I'll be really shocked. But Southgate missed the penalty. He missed England's 6th penalty, where they lost 5-6 to Germany, who England beat in the war. And then in 66, 21 years later, they beat them in the World Cup final 4-2. And World War gets you 42 in Gematria. So does War. So does Jesuit. So does Freemason. That's why the recent World Cup final between France and Croatia was 4-2. Guys, this knowledge, I can reel it off now because I put 8 hours a day into it, whereas the average decoder is doing it 20, 30 minutes a day just to try and win an extra $30 a day, which he's probably going to lose at the end of the week anyway. It's usually what happens with gamblers. They'll win 3 in a row and then do one big bet and lose it. That's the unfortunate thing with gambling. Unless you're really smart about it, you're probably going to lose. And this is a guy who codes sports. I've won a ton of money off it, but I know the average gambler in the world loses money from gambling because they don't cash out, they don't bet in play, and they chase. They're always chasing the next big win. And then when they get it, they then do an even bigger bet and then lose. It seems to be how it goes with most people. Greetings, Gringo McGee. Gringo. They call me Gringo here. Pinche gringo, pues, pasa la pelota. That basically means, hey, white boy, pass the ball. Because I never pass when I play football. Pretty greedy. And I've got better at it, but I am pretty goddamn greedy because I can just whisk through 4 or 5 players. And I always say to people without being cocky, I said, if you had the ability to dribble past 3 or 4 players consistently, you would do it as well. It's just you can. So that's why you pass the ball, because you can't freaking dribble yourself. So don't judge me, because if you could do this, you probably would be dribbling without sounding cocky. I'm a student, could really do with some tips to pay for accommodation, John. Oh, okay. Then I'll try and help you, mate. For somebody like you, I'll try help you because you're just trying to pay for your accommodation. You're not trying to buy a new Rolex watch or a new car or buy a new house. You just want to pay for your accommodation. I'll try and help you, mate. I'm still coding sports. It's just I'm not going to get too upset if they win or lose, and I personally won't gamble. I make nice money through coaching. I teach English online. I get a nice amount of money from Patreon. Why do I need more? It's greed. For me to gamble now, to win money, it's greed. I get you. You need it for your accommodation. But be careful with that, mate, because you don't want to get to the point where you're gambling and losing and then you get kicked out of your place. So just be smart when you gamble. But I'm at a point now where I don't need to be. The reason I was gambling so much, guys, is because I quit my teaching job. I lost all of that income. And then gambling was basically paying me what I was getting for teaching. But I don't need to do that anymore. God bless, to be honest with that. England, Italy, Wembley opening game ended. It was 3-3. 3-3. It's just so in your face. No way LeBron is the game. Well, I know somebody said LeBron's the game. I don't know how that all works. There could be shapeshifters though, mate. There's definitely angels, demons, shapeshifters living amongst us. Maybe they can play multiple roles. I don't know. LeBron James was made in a lab. He was born in the same hospital as Steph Curry in Cleveland, Ohio. 2 of the greatest basketball players of all time, both born in the same hospital. They were probably made in a lab, guys. Like, what are the chances of that happening? City won the league. It looks like they're winning it again. You never know. I'd be shocked if they don't now. They're up by, what, 15 points or something? I don't even know. I used to know everything, guys, with the Premier League. I know every single detail. I don't give a shit about it anymore. I'm happy that you're pleased you caught up with it. Oh, by the way, guys, I want to promote somebody. I want to promote a girl. She's called Nicoletta Spinelli. She lives where I live, and she has the most beautiful voice that I've ever heard in my life. So this is the name of one of her songs. I listen to it every day. It's called Al Amor, and it's in Spanish, and you don't even have to understand it, guys. I'm actually going to meet this girl one day this week. I just want to speak to her because I like her energy. I want to know her story. This is the link to the song. Her voice is absolutely beautiful. It really is. So check it out. Let me know what you think of her. Maybe subscribe to her channel. She's going to be a big star, this girl. I can feel it. She's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to meet her, I think, tomorrow. They say when you go from 32nd to 33 degree, that's when it gets satanic. That's why I said, I think if you're 33 degree, I think Freemasonry at the highest level is Satanism. I think Freemasonry at the lowest level is about helping your fellow man. It is to maybe get a few little perks. Like if the police pull you over for speeding and you do the Masonic handshake, whatever it is, and then they go, okay, mate, take care, have a good day, you don't pay a fine. Little perks like that I've heard with Freemasons. But at 33 degree, like George Washington, 33 degree Mason, the first president of the United States of America, what did he do to get that? What did they go through? What rituals? We'll never truly know unless you become one. It's all rumors, isn't it? We never know what they do, but 33, guys, is a huge number. 33 vertebrae in your spine. Jesus did it 33 AD. Huge number, isn't it? There's a video where China set up their fake sun simulator. Wow. There's people who say the moon's fake as well. Like the moon's, I don't know. It's hard to know what's true now. Like in the Truman Show, the people like behind the show are hidden the moon. Their studios inside of the moon. I don't know. I guess we'll never find the answer for that. Messi's got demons in him. That's why he's so good, because he's possessed by a demon, in my opinion. That's why he's out of this world. This little 5'5" Argentinian can do anything. He looks very Jewish as well, Messi, doesn't he? Messi must have told a lot of lies in his life because his nose is freaking huge. Sepp Blatter's an Argentinian fan. Of course he is. When Francis was born. The death of Maradona, guys, is huge for Argentina. They have to have a big tournament. The ritual with Aguero retiring has to be a good sign for Argentina. Argentina have a sun in the logo like the Society of Jesus. They have 32 rays in the logo like the Society of Jesus. It's not by accident. And Hitler supposedly escaped Germany and went to Argentina. Why would he go to Argentina? He could go any country. He decides to go to Argentina. The bullshit story that they feed us. Just a lot of stuff to question, guys. There's so much to question. Madonna sung the song, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." That song, Madonna, bloke, she's into the Kabbalah. She openly talks about the Kabbalah. And just watch her concerts. She always has the covering one eye with the, what they call it, what pirates wear. She's always covering one eye. Eye patch. She's always wearing a crown, like Corona. Thanks, bro. We'll send you a private message on Patreon to show you my scenario. Yeah. I'll try help you in any way I can, guys. But I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to give you these codes and make you rich. I'll give you amazing information. I'm at a point now where I hope you've watched my codes that you can learn yourself and do it yourself. You can still support me because the work I put on Patreon is better than practically anyone that I've come across on Patreon. I put so much work into Patreon, and for $10 a month, I really appreciate the $10, but I put so much work into it for my community, and only they know it. Unless you're a member of it, you don't know what I do. Because a lot of my videos are about sports. Give our picks, but don't bet on them yourself. Yeah, I'm going to do that. No, you might red flag. No, King Wealth, listen to me. I see why you put a red flag there. Listen to what I'm saying before getting carried away, okay? I bet for 9 months. I won thousands of dollars. Every month I ended with a profit, a significant profit, okay? And I spoke to my dad in December. I've told this story multiple times, so listen carefully. Spoke to my dad in December, and he discussed gambling with me. He asked me how I'm doing with it all. So I'm winning a lot of money. He said, "How do you feel?" I said, "Pretty good." He's like, "What about energy-wise, overall?" I said, "I don't like it, Dad. I don't really hang out with anybody in the evenings now. and I'm watching because I'm decoding the sports in play, and it's draining me. Okay, said then stop gambling. I said, why, Dad? I'm winning this money. He said, Adam, there's more to life than money. I raised you better than that. My dad is the guy I look up to more than anyone in the world. That is why I'm not gambling now. I gambled 9 months straight. I've gambled a few times in January. I don't want to do it anymore because I have to watch the games. I have to keep up with it for me to win the money in play. So you want to throw a red flag there, mate? You can shove that red flag right up your little ass, mate. So yeah, I bet tons of money. I bet thousands of dollars on my picks, thousands, and I've won thousands. I don't promote gambling anymore. If people want to gamble, they can gamble. If they want to take my picks, they can take my picks. If they want to cash out, they can cash out. We're grown people now, and I've learned that. It's energy, mate. So that's why I don't gamble. And I make enough money where I don't need extra money. I hope that answers your question. Sorry for being a bit aggressive with you, but you clearly don't know who I am. You're no different to the people at the beginning who are like, you're just stealing people's money. No. Number one, if people wanted to sign on to my Patreon, I'm not stealing the money. Stealing the money is going out, banging them in the face, taking the wallet. That would be stealing somebody's money. Somebody wants to take a chance and signing on to my Patreon. That's not me taking their money or stealing their money at all. And if they want to leave, they can leave. I tell people that. If you don't like it, leave. Just like if you're at a party and it's shit, leave. If the party's good, stay. Pinocchio. Story of Pinocchio, guys, is all about child trafficking. It's all about child trafficking. The whole story of Pinocchio is about child trafficking. And luckily, at the end of Pinocchio, it's all about being a pure soul. He went from being a puppet, like 99% of the world are puppets, to this system, including me, not judging people. And then he became a human because he was pure. He became pure. He didn't want to live in whatever they called it, Treasure Island. He didn't want to go to Treasure Island and be surrounded by all these amazing things because it's not as amazing as you think it is. Just like winning all the money I was winning, it's not even that amazing. I didn't even know what to do with it. Thanks for this tip, but I'm only at university to help provide my family and make a better life. I'm the only one in my family to make it. Mate, number one, I'm proud of you that you got to university. Although it's indoctrination, I'm proud of you that you're the only person in your family. Much love for that. The universe will look after somebody like you. If you get thrown out of your apartment, there will be a good person out there that will take you in, mate. If I was living near you, I'd let you live with me. As long as you don't stink. If you stunk, I don't like people who smell. But if you didn't stink, I'd let you live with me. There's good people out there, lad. And university is disgracefully expensive, especially in the US. And the quality of the teaching in university is 3 out of 10. You get a lecturer come in, they present a PowerPoint, and then they drink the coffee and they piss off. That is it. That was my university experience. University in general was mind-blowing for me. Met amazing people. The nights out were off the charts. Playing for the football team was amazing. The actual knowledge I acquired through university was pathetic. And I could have learned it on Google. Quality of the teaching at my university in Leeds was horse shit. So I get why you go to university. It's ticking a box, isn't it? Would I go again with this knowledge? Yeah, for the experience. But I wouldn't take it too seriously with the grades and stuff like that, to be honest with you. So yeah, look after yourself, mate. Bully Umbrella is a massive Freemason symbol. Okay, didn't know that. Chris Holding, much love to you as well, mate. Much love to you as well. If you've been going through shit, a lot of us have. A lot of the shit that happens in your life, you can't control, okay? But you can control how you respond to it. So you can, no offense, mate, you can send the crying emoji, and sometimes it's good to cry. But there's a lot of people who cry and bitch about stuff. Another guy, I had a chat with the guy I spoke to for 2 hours last night in the middle of the night because I was doing a good thing for somebody. And it wasn't for money. I didn't charge for the... Okay, yes, I'll speak to you. $10 a minute, like some people do. No, I spoke to him because I felt like it was right. I felt like he needed to speak to me. And I was saying, I don't have time and patience for people who bitch and do nothing about it. I came up with a thing about a fat person. I don't want to sound like Zach Hubbard here, who calls everybody fat slobs, retards, idiots, dumbasses. I'm saying, if you're one of my friends when I was younger, we were in McDonald's. I will never eat McDonald's again in my life. But when I was younger, I liked McDonald's. It was like a treat. I used to love a Big Mac meal. Would never eat it again now. My fat friend was almost crying because of his weight. He had a double cheeseburger in his hand. And he was like, Edders, my nickname's Edders. Edders, I'm just so unhappy at how fat I am. I was like, in my head, like now, I would say, listen, mate. I'd grab the burger out of his hand and I'd slam it on the floor. I said, stop. I would say, stop eating shit like that, mate. Stop bitching about it and do something about it. Don't cry at me about being fat whilst you're eating the cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger, by the way. I don't have patience for that. So if you are going through a hard time, I get it. We all do. It's part of life. The yin and yang, there's good and bad. Sometimes when I go through bad, I appreciate it now because it always brings good at the end of it, I've noticed. So my advice to you when you're going through a tough time, we all are during this whole bullshit last 2 years in general, do something about it. Do something about it. I was so fed up that I got forced into lockdown like we all did. I wrote a book, which made me the illusion, which led to a YouTube channel, which led to a Patreon, which led to me doing live streams with random people all across the world listening to this guy's voice. People say I have a sexy voice. It is pretty sexy, I agree. But I never thought people would give a shit. I never thought people would give a shit, and they did, because I did something about it. I didn't, I'm going to be locked in my house. What am I going to do? I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to be so fed up. No, I'm going to write a freaking book. And it's going to be a great book. Mindset. Your reality is dictated by your thoughts. And if you want to be a little bitch and cry about everything every day, you're going to have a negative, shitty life, and you deserve it. If you're going to be positive and have a positive outlook and spread energy, positive energy, and help people and grow and try new things, try a new instrument. That's something you could have done during lockdown. Get an instrument. I learned the piano, I learned the keyboard pretty well now. I can play multiple songs. Am I great? No. This girl, Nicoletta, who I promoted, I wish I could play the piano like her. But I'm probably aware I'm never going to be as good as her, but I can get good at it. Or I could say, I'm never going to be as good as Nicoletta. What's the point in doing it? I'm never going to be as good as her. You don't have to be as good as the best. You just have to get better every single day. Whatever it is that you do, get better and grow. Enjoy the show. This is a show. You never die, guys. You never die. Don't be scared of death. Don't get too upset when a family member dies or an animal dies. I know it's awful, it's tragic, it's horrible, but they might be going to a beautiful place. Try and think of that. They're not going 6 feet under and that's it, or they're going to hell or heaven. No, they're not. They're going to go to a different realm. I did a post about it. There's 6 realms, guys, within this universe. There's 6 realms. This is the human realm. And you can ascend to what is called the Nirvana realm. Nirvana, like Kurt Cobain, that band, famous band, he died 27, joined the 27 Club, blah, blah, blah. There is a realm, that's the Nirvana realm, which is a higher state of consciousness to this. We're being tested now. A lot of people will die and come back to this realm and reincarnate. So all the holy books talk about reincarnation. But you can also ascend to a different dimension. That's where I want to go. And I think investing my time and energy in just decoding sports and gambling, is that going to have me ascend? Or is that going to keep me hit? Look how sweaty my armpits are, guys. That's disgusting, guys. This is sweat. This is the passion, the raw passion. I'm sweating. I'm not a sweaty guy, guys. That's disgusting. My word. I apologize for that if you're eating. Anyway, I went off topic again, which I always do, because I'm organic. Lots of Nazis went to South America. Yes, that is a fact. Lots of Nazis also went to the United States of America. That's a fact. The scientists. And then they did MK Ultra there, which is mind control experiments, which is a fact. The CIA admitted it. But no, they didn't do mind control experiments. Yes, they did. They did. The CIA went to court. It happened. It got proven. But then again, what's proof? What is true? Innocent people get sent to jail for evidence against them. All right, they did it live with the Sun Simulator. I posted for free on Patreon. Okay, Sports Bet Mike is one of the sweetest human beings in the world. He loves Tommy Truther. He said Tommy Truther and myself inspire him. This guy's gone through a tough time. I'm not going to say what, but he's an amazing soul. He's just a beautiful person. And again, I've never met him. He's from Austria. It's just wild for me to communicate with people from all over the world. But then again, what are countries? It's a social construct. Countries is just a load of bullshit that we've all accepted. I've accepted I live in Mexico. No, I live in the universe. That somebody gave it the name Mexico. I don't live in Mexico. I live in the universe. Borders are a load of bullshit. Nobody should need a passport either. We've all agreed to a lot of shit. Again, in my book, I talk about social constructs. We've all agreed and consented to so many things. We all agree. Every country has a government. That's the way it is. No, there shouldn't be a government. Government is Latin for mind control. Ment means mental. Govern means control. That's why you have a governor. My name is Arnold. He was the governor. He was from Austria. It's so funny. He was the governor of California. He can barely speak English. And he wasn't even born in the US. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger is one hell of a Mason or a Jesuit or some weird-ass creature or some sort of robot, as you can see in the Terminator, where he's half man, half robot. Love you. Love what you do, my guy. Keep working. Thank you. I will keep revealing how big these sports are. I just won't bet. Or I'll just take the month off. Or if I find something just monumentally so good, I might have a little flutter, but I'm not betting every day anymore. I love meeting people. I love spending my evenings grabbing a coffee with somebody or going to the beach. I don't want to watch the games anymore, guys. I apologize. I know a lot of you love me because of my sports, but I'll still reveal the deception. That's my biggest goal. If you read the description on my Patreon, it is about revealing deception and providing mind-blowing videos. Do I not do both of those things? I say in my description what I'm going to do. And yesterday, I told you, I did a post saying, I'm pretty much done decoding sports every single day. If you want to leave me, leave me. I thought a lot of people were going to leave me. And I was sad, but I would have been like, whatever. Only 2 people left me and 1 person joined me. So in reality, I lost 1 person. I really believe heart and soul now that the people on my Patreon are there for the knowledge. They're there for me. They're there for the community during this difficult time. They're not just there to win a quick buck. Most of them have been with me so long now they can decode themselves. A lot of them don't want to bet anymore. They just don't want to. So it made me feel amazing. When I woke up this morning, I really thought I would have lost 20, 30, 40, 50. I lost 2. So God bless you that stayed. Guys, I keep getting chills. Like, it's wild because there's so much positivity running through my body. And I'm still grateful. I don't think I'm some sort of celebrity. I don't think that I'm some influencer. I'm just very grateful that people follow my work. That's why I do these lives, because a lot of people message me, please do another live. It's like the highlight of my week. I'm like, how? How is listening to me speak the highlight of your week? I'm like, how? Why? And now I'm like, I don't need to ask why. I just need to thank you. I don't need to ask why. Not everything needs an answer. Thank you. Sometimes you just have to say thank you. I'm the only one that thinks the illusion looks like Nick. No, hey. Whoever this unlock MCG. I look like Nicky Butt. Mate, I'll give you a headbutt for that comment if I ever see you. I do not look like Nicky Butt. I'm not having that banter. But Nicky Butt, didn't he, in the World Cup? Didn't he get player of the tournament one time for England? And he could barely even start for Man United. Nicky Butt. Probably likes it in his butt as well, to be honest. iPad, iMovie, iPhone. Yeah, the all-seeing eye. Good call. I like AI. I like intelligence. iRobot. You remember iRobot with Will Smith? Another guy who likes it in his butt. The first movie he was ever in, he got it in his butt from a white man. Check it out if you don't believe me. And I is the 9th letter of the alphabet, isn't it? And 9 supposedly the number of completion. I used to think it was 7. This is 7 days in a week and all of that. But I keep reading 9 is the number of completion. It makes sense why Chicago Bulls' 9-game run came to an end against Dallas. They went 9 games in a row and then they lost. Very few teams win more than 9 in a row. Betting is tax-free. Yeah, the good thing about betting, especially in Mexico, they don't tax me anything. And the money goes in my account within 12 hours. Good evening, Suzanne. Good evening. Hitler could have won the war at Dunkirk, but he let go of 338,000 British troops. It's called the Mystery of Dunkirk. I'll look into it. Whole World War was a ritual, guys. It was a money-making scam as well. The people who were responsible for these wars also funded the wars. And all wars do, guys, is create divide, death, which pushes the depopulation agenda. And then they create all these events throughout history. So then when they happen in the future, it's like, I used to hate this comment. I used to hate this comment. Adam, you can't just stay inside for 1 week and look after yourself and isolate. We have the TV. We have a full fridge. Imagine you was in World War I when there's bombs going over your head and you have no food and you can't survive. Just be grateful for being locked inside your fucking house for no reason. Be grateful, Adam. No, I won't be grateful for being a prisoner in my own home. I'm not going to be grateful because something happened in 1936, whatever it was, 45. No, I'm not grateful at all. There's people who are too nice with that. Just be grateful. It could be worse. Yeah, and it could be better. I want to get absolutely controlled by people who are scumbags. So no, I'm not grateful to these people. Stay home, stay safe. Whilst there's rises in domestic violence, substance abuse, sexual abuse, depression, heart disease. Stay home, stay safe, guys. Wear a mask. Piss off. Shove your mask right up your ass, man. What else we got? A name for you to research. Adam Ronnie Flanagan might shine light on cricket. Okay. Adam, that's my name. Flanagan, I always think of Mickey Flanagan. Ronnie, I think of Ronnie O'Sullivan and the two Ronnies. I also think of Ronald McDonald, the big red-headed prick with his massive feet. Ronald McDonald. Clown. He's a clown, isn't he? I think people who still eat McDonald's are clowns. In fact, the first civilian boat at Dunkirk was a BUF member who was arrested under Regulation 18B when he arrived back. Wow. You guys have really good knowledge of history. I did a post recently about the Titanic, which was a load of bullshit. It was the sister ship that went down. It wasn't the Titanic. It was all an insurance scam, and it was to kill people who were against the Federal Reserve. 3 of the richest people in the world were on the Titanic, and they all died. 3 people who were against the Federal Reserve, which is the corrupt money system that we use. Adios. And Leonardo DiCaprio's an invert. DiCaprio's a woman, just so you know. To all the ladies out there who have a crush on Leo, who never ages for whatever reason, is like 50 and never ages. He's a woman. Shh. Don't tell anybody. My great-granddad was at Dunkirk on a fish boat. Ooh, I might go for some fish today. I do like my ceviche, guys. I might have some fish. Thank you. Inspirational stuff there. I support you on Patreon and don't even do gambling. Raisha, you are the person I want on my Patreon. You support me. You leave amazing comments. You're always positive, and you're not obsessed with money. I want my community to be that, even if it's just 50 people. I would happily go from 230 to 50. If it was 50 people, I know that would stay with me till the day that I died. I would prefer that than have 230, where the majority just wanted sports picks. There's other Patreons out there, guys. I don't really know anybody better than me, to be honest. They might think they are, but if there's somebody out there who's consistently getting 70% a month, put their link in the description. I'll give them $10, $20 a month if they can do that. But there's nobody. There's not one person. Find me it. I'll promote them to the moon and back. There's not one person. And that doesn't mean Gematria is bullshit, because I prove every day how sacred it is. Gematria, guys, will not allow you to decode every sports game and who's going to win, but it will allow you to get answers in the scripted universe you're living in. Is that not bigger than paper money? It is to me. And it'll win you money along the way. But if you're just doing it for money, you're not going to win. You won't. The universe is not going to allow that. Greed is a sin. I know people don't believe in sins, but they say it's one of the deadly sins, greed. Germany was controlled by the New World Order. Who financed Hitler? The Jesuits financed Hitler. The Illuminati financed Hitler. The Illuminati guys have gone through different names. They're all synced with the Jesuits, with the Masons, with the Rosicrucians. Same game, different name. The Illuminati, which Hollywood did a good job of mocking. Like, he's from the Illuminati. Yeah, the Illuminati is a real thing, founded by Adam Weishaupt, 1776 in Bavaria. That's where Bayern Munich is, in Bavaria. That's why they've been so dominant, Bayern Munich, because they're based in Bavaria. The Illuminati is the Bavarian Illuminati. I think Bayern Munich will probably win the Champions League. If it's not them, it'll be Ajax, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. And I'm at a point where I really don't give a shit if I'm wrong. I'll tell you in a video why the team won, and I'll prove to you how rigged it is, just like I did with the Chelsea Man City one. Rangers win 9 titles. Thank you. Another 9. They didn't let them get to 10, did they? 9's the number of completion. It ends. So I'll say this: if you're gambling, if there's a team that have won 9 in a row, just bet on them to lose. They probably won't get 10. Bet on them to lose, just because of that 9. You might not even need a deep decode. I want to get to a point where if I keep decoding sports, I don't want to do 5-page essays of amazing information that you will always learn from, even if it misses. I'd just love to say, this game, they've won 9 in a row. 9's the number of completion. Probably ends today. Done. Boom. Churchill was a Freemason, yes, and an open Freemason. This is the key. It's not a conspiracy, an open Freemason, just like Alf Ramsey, who won the World Cup with England in 66, when the Church of Satan was founded. My daughter was born 8/9/88. Beautiful. 8/8/88 would have been even better, though. You don't want to keep your word. My word about what? Mate, simple man. You want to do some sort of podcast with me or live stream? Can you put your email right now in the chat? If you want to speak to me today, I've just got a message from a girl. She wants me to teach her English today. Give me a second. She said, "How's your schedule today?" See, I'd much rather teach somebody English than watch a sports game. Leave your email in the chat, mate. I'll email you if you want to interview me or question me or go against my work. Let's do it. I'll do it today before I teach this girl. If you think I'm afraid of podcasts and speaking with people, you clearly have no idea how confident I am at speaking. So yes, I will keep my... Hitler wasn't funded by the NWO. Yes, he was. Hitler was a character who then went on to play Walt Disney, or vice versa, I can't remember. Opinion on Jacob Rothschild, satanic. The Rothschilds was Jews, innocent Jews in Nazi Germany. They're responsible for the banking system, which has us all by the balls. That's why the Rothschilds are so powerful, because they're responsible for the banking system. Money makes the world go round, unfortunately, in this system. And they own the banking systems. All the brothers went to different parts of Europe and set up a banking system. Think like Vienna and Rome and Paris and London. And the banking system relies on debt. That's why most people in the world's in debt. That's how banks make money, through debt. They don't want to help you. They want to screw you. And they want to keep you trapped. I had another conversation with somebody else about, I've said this before, that, what is it? Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a gift. That's why it's called the present. People can't live in the present because they're always thinking about the future. They're always thinking about, I need to pay my mortgage. I need to take my kid to school. They can't live in the present moment. That's where you get your consciousness. That's why I quit my job. I live in the present moment now. I don't plan too far ahead. I don't worry too much about my past anymore. I live in this moment. I go live. I do it when it feels right. I don't schedule it like a lot of other people do. People can't live in the moment because, I've got work and I've got to do it, and then after that I've got to go here, and then after that I've got this commitment. They're always thinking ahead rather than living now. This is the trap of society. Yes, simple man, we will set up that podcast. Leave your email address. Caught your live finally. What's up, Illusion? Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for checking me out. I'm an hour and a half in now. Again, I always go over what I plan on doing, but it is what it is. Simple man 10-1 at the Illusion. Listen, if Simple Man wants to take me on in a one-on-one talking, I'd be like -800 to beat him. Put your money. Don't even bet on me. It'd be too easy. There's no value. Contact me and we'll set it up, mate. Where's your email address? Memphis hit 10 last night, did they? Okay. More often than not, though, runs end at 9. Satan does get you 10. But yeah, Memphis are doing really well this season, aren't they? That Jamarant. Have you seen Eyes Wide Shut? No, I haven't. Didn't Liverpool lose at Anfield? Yes, they did. Or was it 68? I think it was 68, mate, not 69. It's 68. That's when MLK was assassinated. Adam Weishaupt was a Jesuit. He was a Jesuit priest. The guy who founded the Illuminati, guys, factual, was a Jesuit priest. But it's never got anything to do with the Jesuits. It's people above the Jesuits, put it that way. Even if it's demons, it's people above the Jesuits, but the Jesuits, all the numbers go back to them. That's why I always discuss them. Adam, do you think England's 2003 Rugby World Cup? Yes, I do. Was that with Johnny Wilkinson? Yeah, I do. I do think it was rigged. Mate, simple man, I have respect for you, but where the hell is your email? If you don't send it, I'm not going to message you. Titanic never happened, very possible as well. We really believe that this boat set sail, was it April the 12th, 2 days before my birthday, and it gets hit by an iceberg, which is probably pushing global climate change as well at the same time. Yeah, there's a very good chance that the Titanic didn't even sink. But if it did sink, it wasn't the Titanic, it was the sister ship. Because it is all an insurance scam. But I don't believe that. I won't be shocked if the Titanic never sank, to be honest. Type Google Images Committee 300. You'll see the structure of the world hierarchy. Okay, thank you. I'll type it in. Committee 300. Oh, this is definitely going to get a video. Founded 1727. Wait. The Committee of 300 was founded exactly 10 years after Freemasonry was founded. Freemasonry was founded 1717. And in 1727, 10 years after, remember Satan gets you 10, the Committee of 300 was founded. And it makes me think of the movie 300. This is Sparta. They called it 300, didn't they? 300, guys, as far as I'm aware, is connected to the number 24. The number Kobe wore in his career, because I'm pretty sure 300 is the 24th triangular number. Could be PSG. PSG have a riddle, of course. Anybody with Messi, you have a chance of winning it. But I think it's too obvious, Paris, to win it. Home of the Jesuits, but maybe. All right, the throat's starting to hurt again. This guy's still not putting his email in there. Unlock just so reality chat is just live. Your favorite cookie will no doubt join. Rothschild had a different name originally. I've heard Rothschild means Red Cross. Yeah, think about the Red Cross who supposedly do noble acts. Red Cross was connected to Mother Teresa, who was a Satanist and a man. Mother Teresa is related to Anthony Fauci. If you don't believe me, Google Anthony Fauci and Mother Teresa and look at the photo. Same bloodline. The original bankers were the Knights Templar, that's true. They had the Red Cross on them, yeah. I agree with all of that. Sports most likely became rigged when sponsorship came in. Yeah, I do believe that the more money that got invested in sports, the more rigged it's become. My dad said early 2000s, sports dying because of the money. He was on it decades ago, my dad. He lost his passion for them. And now, yeah, they're just creating more leagues, more games. People are losing their passion. And I love it. Go play sports. Go coach them. Stop watching them. Stop talking about them all the time. Unless you're going to try and bring them down. Because sports are connected to politics. Politics connected to major events. It's all synced. Connected to Hollywood. It's all one system. And when you figure that out, like I have, it's when you come up with these answers. That's why you can learn to code the way I code, because you connect everything. And you got to be open-minded. If you're in denial, you're never going to learn with this knowledge. You're never going to grow with this knowledge. If you're in denial, or you're still, I kind of think sports are rigged, but I just love Messi. You need to get past your love and fascination for a fellow human being, especially a guy who's just running around the field. I had this chat with somebody. I was like, why did I give a shit about 11 guys running around the field and kicking a ball in the net so much? Why did that ruin my day when my team lost? Why? Just a couple of guys running around the field. I don't know why I cared so much, to be honest. But it's different playing it. I can see why you care. Adam, have you heard of 9 men? No, I haven't. 9 men control the world. They say there's 13 Illuminati bloodlines. The 9 men, I'm sure Rothschild's one of them. This Black Pope as well, which nobody talks about, he's got to be up there. He's above Pope Francis. I don't know anything about him. Rothschild's last name was Burr. It reminds me of Jack Burr. Please check out my channel. I can't even comment in here. They removed my comment. All right, Jay Wool, guys. Jay Wool, please check out his channel. Jay Wool. Jay and then Wool, like Will Smith, who I would love to punch in the face. Money and law are the systems that govern the world. Yes, and religion. And religion. Money, law, religion. Again, we've also consented to these laws that man have created, and we've accepted them. When I say man, these secret societies, we've accepted these laws. We don't question them. And it's about time we do. It's about time we study law ourselves. We don't have to go to Harvard and learn a law school. Learn it yourself. Everything's online. Learn how to respond to somebody who tries to screw you over with the law. Adam, do you think all sirs are Masons? Yes. And satanic. Said at the very beginning with an OB and MBE. Sick in the head. Anybody who's been knighted. Obama got a Nobel Prize for taking his country to war 6 times. He got a Nobel Prize. Because he's got a nice smile and he says some nice things sometimes. Nobel Prize. Where's my Nobel Prize for speaking truth and inspiring people? Genuinely caring about people. Where's my Nobel Prize? Oh, I forgot. I don't worship Satan. I'll never get one. Did they put your dinner on the table? Who? Maybe I'm missing something. I always go out for dinner. I rarely cook at home. I like to go out and interact with people. Because food, guys, brings you joy, doesn't it? I chat with my friend Jen. And we shared a carrot cake with each other. And every time we had a bit of carrot cake, we smiled. Food can bring you so much joy. Socializing brings you joy. Music can bring you joy. And often that's why I like going out for dinner. Because I've got the food, the social interaction, and the music. It makes me happy. And they wanted to take that away from us, didn't they? They wanted us ordering takeaway. They wanted us ordering takeaway food. They wanted to close down the local businesses. But they would keep McDonald's open. But the local Italian restaurant was closed down, but they kept McDonald's open. It's sick. And you need a health pass to enter McDonald's now. A health pass to enter McDonald's. And remember they were giving out, Krispy Kreme was giving out donuts when you got vaccinated. They must really care about your health, guys, by giving you a free donut. Krispy Kreme, they were bought out by Jab Inc. Like injection, another word for injection is jab. This knowledge, again, did that need gematria for me to do that? To figure out that we're being abused and ridiculed? No. They care about your health and they'll give you a free donut. The dentists will help you check out your teeth and then give you a lollipop at the end. That makes so much sense, doesn't it? Why don't I just go to a nutritionist and then they'll give me a voucher for McDonald's to help me lose weight? Does that make sense as well? Does it make sense that World Cups and Super Bowls are sponsored by McDonald's and Pepsi? Does that make sense? Guys, does that need gematria or does that need a little bit of common sense, which is not common anymore? All these things, I ask these questions. I ask these questions. Why, when Ronaldo gets interviewed, there's a bottle of Coke next to him or a bottle of Heineken? I know he did the whole bullshit thing where he wanted water there, but in general, Champions League sponsored by Amstel, sponsored by Heineken. Why are they promoting alcohol? Why are they not promoting water? I'm going to say this because this made somebody laugh. I was an Australian accent. Will you get me a bottle of water? I think the neighbours are going to bang after that. Yeah, it should be promoting things like that, not promoting soft drinks and alcohol. Yeah, somebody literally just banged because of that. The Lawful Rebellion, great guy. Okay, check out the Lawful Rebellion, guys. I'm not sure who that is. Jay Wall, can't find your channel in search. Comment on the stream afterwards and I'll take a look. Okay, yeah. Guys, if you have a YouTube page, a Patreon, a Twitter, an Instagram, and you want to promote your work, do it on mine. I'm not going to get jealous. Promote yourself. If you think that the work that you're providing is going to help people, leave your link. Don't be embarrassed. Pope John Paul I was Pope for 33 days and then was murdered. Yeah, in 78, the year Kobe was born. Jesuit gets you 78. And he was going to clean up the Vatican out of that. He got taken out after 33 days. Yeah, I know all about Pope John Paul. The calendar we're using is all because of Pope Gregory. That's why we use the Gregorian calendar. People need to research the Catholic Church, the Vatican. Because when people say who, and it's not girls like Beyonce says. Beyonce's not even a girl. It's a bloke with a demon inside him. I'm going off topic now. But I'm saying, yeah, everyone's question is who runs the world? Who controls the world? In general, if we're talking humans, it's the Vatican. That's why the Vatican's a military complex that's protected by the military. What they're hiding there. What they're hiding inside there. Simpson episode where Homer sold his soul for donut. Again, brilliant. He's always eating donuts. Chief Wiggum would always eat donuts, wasn't he, the police officer? And I think The Simpsons, the movie, where they're basically confined inside a inside a dome. I think the front cover for that movie is a giant pink donut. And they're going to give us donuts for getting vaccinated. And now they're saying if you're double vaccinated, you're not actually vaccinated unless you're being boosted. I said that a year ago, that they'd do that. I said, you get the first one, and then they say, no, you're going to need the second one. Everything I say, guys, pretty much hits with this type of stuff months before. And I just don't get how more people are not like, wow, this guy, man, he's said so many things way before that have happened. Yeah, if you double jab now, guys, you're not vaccinated. You need to be boosted in Scotland. So what happens next when they say, well, if you're double vaccinated and boosted, you're still not classed as enough. Until people let go of their ego and say, I got played. I've admitted I got played for 33 years in my life in this system. I got completely played. I accepted it. It crushed me. It hurt me. Pissed me off. I felt like a loser. Felt dirty. Now I've accepted it. And the problem is people's ego won't allow it, that they've made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have done what I was told. And that's the issue. And instead of admitting they're wrong or they made a poor decision, they'll keep playing along to keep their ego in check. Which is the best channel for symbolism? Don't know. Can anybody help with that? I learned symbolism by just typing it into Google and it takes me to different pages. So Isigi, sorry if I've pronounced your name wrong. Just type symbolism, mate, into YouTube. Type it into Google and you'll find something of interest. I'm not a moderator. I won't be able to leave a link. Well, what's the name of your page, mate? What's the name of it? London, the Vatican, Washington. Yeah, London's the financial capital of the world, a tiny little place. The financial capital of the world. The Vatican is the religious center, epicenter of the world. And then New York's probably the business side. London, the finance, the Vatican, the religious element. The Roman Empire still exists. It's no coincidence that Roman Reigns is the #1 star in the WWE. Roman Reigns, like Rome Reigns, and his moves the spear. Think about the Roman Empire where they carry a spear. Think about the movie 300 would throw a spear through somebody. It's all there. It's all there. You've seen Swillianism YouTube channel? No, but I'll look it up. Beyonce, boy. Do you remember Beyonce had a song? If I was a boy. You are. You don't need the if. We don't need the conditional there, Beyonce. You are a boy or a man. Jay-Z would not marry a woman. Jay-Z's gay. Jay-Z's satanic. You can't marry a regular person when you're somebody like Jay-Z. You have to marry an invert. Jay-Z could be inverted. He looks like Tracy Chapman. You drive a fast car. It's fast enough so you can fly away. Tracy Chapman looks like a bloke. So I tell you why? Probably a bloke. Comment on the page after the stream ends. Okay, yeah, there you go. We're trying to help you, Jay Will, but you're not really helping yourself. Oh, just leave the name of your channel. It's not that difficult. You don't need to put a link. Gazy. Let me type in Jay-Z into the Gematrinator. There's a reason why he was given that name. 17. Like when Freemason was founded in 1717. I will say something with Jay-Z. I don't know. I don't think it's his lyrics, but he had a song, and there was a lyric in his song. Well, because I really appreciate poetry and English. And in his song, it's like, you know the type, as loud as a motorbike, who wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight or a food fight or something. I was like, that is incredible. It's basically saying, you know the type of people who run the mouth and they do nothing. So you know the type, as loud as a motorbike, fucking loud motorbikes, who wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight. Amazing lyrics, but I don't think it's him that wrote them. But yeah, these satanic people, you can still respect the talent, but I think there's demons in them. I think like Eminem, this white rapper, had demons in him that allowed him to flow and just be the greatest rapper alive, arguably. Some white guy from Detroit. And in the movie 8 Mile, there's a scene where he's like, F3 World 313, F3 World 313. Pope Francis became 3. So they're saying F the free world, which is basically what we were living in the 90s to an extent. And then he's 313 when Francis became the Pope. And in one of his songs, he talks about, we're moving toward a new world order. He says in one of his songs, we're moving toward a new world order, where normal life is boring, the superstardom, close to postmodern, whatever he goes on about. He's talking about how we're moving towards a new world order. He said it in the song, Lose Yourself. They tell you what's going to go down in movies and songs, guys. And the mainstream media don't tell you anything but bullshit. And they don't foreshadow anything on the news, but they do in songs and movies. And they're doing podcasts like Joe Rogan. Don't listen to that bold twat's podcasts. He's a fraud. He's controlled opposition. He's a CIA agent. I'm Joe. I'm just a normal guy. I don't know what you... Wait, man, so dude, you really smoked a cigar? No, stop playing along with it, Joe. Nobody has. See right through you, Rogan, with your all-seeing eye in the middle of your head as your image. Give me a bottle of water. Liam Smith, great guy. Really nice guy from Grimsby. Stinks of fish in Grimsby. I was saying when I played for Bradford City, I played against Grimsby and it stunk of fish. Horrific. The world is run by laws and armies backing it, yes. There's laws and then there's punishment for not following the laws, whether it's prison or military or whatever it is, or losing your job or whatever it is. Yeah, the system's a beast system. That's what my book's about, The Illusion. Society is an illusion. It's a beast system. And we've just consented to it because it's all we've ever known. How can empires exist without an iron fist? True. He stole his image from a real gangster. His mum don't let him go out after 7 p.m. DMX died exactly 24 years after his song 24 Hours to Live. Wow. It's like how Prince talked about dying in an elevator, and then he died in an elevator, and he died on the Queen's birthday. And he's called Prince. And then Prince Philip dies, 99 on the 99th day of the year. What? My video is about 99s, guys. They're insane. They do have to tell us. It's the universe. They have to reveal it. If they tell us and nobody appeals it or fights it or questions it, then it's universally accepted. And maybe it's part of the magic spell. It's part of the magic spell. But they have to manifest it. They have to say what they're going to do. But they're not so obvious. You're not going to have like a world leader say, this is what the plan is. They'll do it through animation, through comedy, through podcasts. And it's up to you to figure it out. I'll do about 15 more minutes if anybody has more questions. The main thing I wanted to say was thank you to all of you for supporting my work. I really hope my channel grows. People keep telling me it's going to grow, Adam. It's going to grow. Something's going to kick off. You're going to get thousands. One of your videos is going to go viral. I don't think it ever will. I don't think YouTube will ever allow it. It's kind of a badge of honor, guys, that my page just stays at the same number now. Even though all these people say, I've just subbed to your YouTube. It's like, did you? Because it's not telling me that you did. Pretty annoying at times. Madonna says in a song, Hung Up, I'm hung up, I'm hanging up on you. Madonna says in a song, Hung Up, they will wake up someday, but it will be too very possible. That's what people say to me. Do you think it's too late? No. But soon enough it will be. If people keep playing along, it'll be too late, especially if they keep getting pumped with this. Something's going to go down. Maybe they do get turned into machines. Like that 666 song said. All I know is I'm doing my part. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to wake up people. I'm trying to inspire people. And if the world was to end tomorrow or next year or 10 years or not even in my lifetime, I know in my soul that I did what I could and I tried to be a good person. And if you can say that about yourself, then you're doing well in life. And if you can't say that about yourself, try and change it. If you think you're living this shitty life and you're not treating people well and you're negative and you think the world's going to end and you're pessimistic and there's no joy in the world, just please try and change it. It's all in your head, guys. Everything's in the head, in your brain. And they want to control your brain as well, which they have done through the media, through books and indoctrination, but they really truly want to control you now. They want your soul. They're coming for your soul, which is the most sacred thing that you possess. Don't give them it. Like that song again, I'll go back to this 666 song. Wherever it is, I can't find it. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. Don't sell your soul. Men's thoughts will be programmed by this new technology. Those who take the number, that's the number of the beast, the mark of the beast, 666, their slaves will always be. So hearken to this warning. If it's life and love you choose, I choose life and love. I choose that. Then follow the truth, and that mark you will refuse. I wish I wrote this. This is somebody else. This is an actual song. Follow the truth. Choose love, guys. Choose truth. Or you will get the mark. And I think a lot of people have received the mark. I think this is the mark. I do. And it's all talking about without this, you won't be able to buy and sell. I do believe in a year they will make it practically impossible for me to go out and buy things. But I won't give in. I won't take it. That's the thing. I'm one of the few people in the world that are so adamant that I'm not getting it, however bad it gets for me. That's because of my soul. That's because I've worked on my soul. I don't have any fear of anything or anyone. My granddad scouted for Grimsby. Nice. Grimsby wear black and white, don't they? The Masonic colours. That's why chessboard's black and white. That's why the yin and yang is black and white. That's why Michael Jackson said, doesn't really matter if you're black or white. Because it's the same thing, connected, black and white, duality. They need each other. Like in Star Wars, you got Darth Vader who's black and Luke Skywalker who's white. They need each other deep down. It's like Austin Powers and Dr. Evil. They needed each other. Batman and the Joker need each other. The one of the same, as above, so below. The other day I was up till like 2 a.m. No, I woke up at 2 a.m. I was dreaming about a clock. And I was like, wait, a clock? It's like you get 12, 3, 6, and 9. And that's so 12 is at the top of the clock. 6 is at the bottom. 12, 6. When did Kobe die? 1, 2, 6. Like 12, 6. The Gematria, type in the alphabet, you get 1, 2, 6 in 2 ciphers. And then I was making triangles. I was like, if you go from the 12 to the 9 to the 3 to the 12, it's a triangle, like the Illuminati triangle, the pyramid. Then I was like, if you go from the 9 to the 6 to the 3 and back to the 9, you get 2 triangles. An upside down triangle at the bottom and then a regular triangle at the top. And I was like, what made me wake? Why was I dreaming about clocks? I was dreaming about clocks. And then it made me think of Coldplay, who had that song called Clocks. And I can play that song on the piano. Beautiful song. Chris Martin's Satanist, by the way. Anybody who's performed at a halftime Super Bowl show is a Satanist. Like we just said, The Weeknd, who's a Satanist. Just watch his music videos. He's got bats coming out of his mouth. Notts County wear black and white. Supposedly Juventus were inspired by Notts County's kit. That's why Juventus wear black and white. Newcastle, super Masonic city. They wear black and white. The Geordies. Are we a man? Aye, Ant and Dec. I'd love to smack those in the face as well. I never liked Ant and Dec. Never made me laugh. Never thought they were funny, but the whole nation loved Ant and Dec because they were programmed to love Ant and Dec. Not even funny. Dec, I think, was Ant, the big lanky goon. He had to tell us that he was on drugs and depressed, like all these celebs do to bring us down. Even celebs are depressed. You can be depressed too, guys. It's normal to be depressed. No, it's not normal to be depressed. It should never be normal to be depressed. Mental health that they rave on about all the time. These athletes all suffering from mental health problems all at the same time, but for 10 years prior, nobody suffered from it. Now they all do. I know what they're doing. It's a psyop. When they do these things, it's a psyop. Contact this number if you're having negative thoughts. When you think about negative thoughts or when you think about having negative thoughts, you have them and then you get sad. Your thoughts dictate your reality. That's why all the news is negative. They want you on a negative frequency, so your reality is negative. I sent you a video from Astro World where you can see demons fly. Yes, you did. There's demons flying. Demons exist, but so do angels. Maybe we are demons and angels, all of us. Maybe we were the fallen angels. And now we're in a human vessel. Spirits live in a human experience. Spiritual beings. That's why my spirit's so strong. I don't care about all this shit anymore. I need it. I don't want to. Some of the ladies might like it if I take my shirt off. I'm just joking, but I'm not going to do that. But I need to wear clothes. I need to have money to pay my rent and shit like that. But my spirit, man, this is just, it's going to grow every day. So I am the Joker, guys. I was always called the Joker. Why so serious? Why so serious? If the world does end, guys, it ends. Let it be. If it is going to end, go out with a bang, baby. Because you're not ever going to truly die. Smile, have joy, however hard it gets. Be around your loved ones. Learn a new skill every single day. Learn this knowledge. Communicate with like-minded people. Just See the joy in the world. Everyone's like, the world sucks, the world's shit, I hate the world. No, the world's magical. It's just run by psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists. The average person in this world is beautiful, is generous, is loving, is caring. Never really met a real, complete asshole. Most of us are good people, guys. Don't let them make you believe that the world's full of assholes. It's not. It's just a small amount of running the show because we've let them. We've let them. Really annoys me. But it is what it is with that. People used to laugh at conspiracy theorists. Yeah, more people are paying attention to conspiracy theorists like myself because we're getting so much right, and the things we've been saying for years are happening now. It comes to a point where you just have to say, but it's the ego, mate. If they've been saying the whole life, and laughing in your face, oh, you're crazy, you're a loon, you're stupid, you're an idiot. If they accept they were wrong, in their head, that makes them stupid and an idiot and naive. And they won't admit it. They won't accept it. And that's one of the biggest problems in this world, the ego. We need an ego, but we need to whip that ego. We need to tame the ego. But we need to have one. All right. Did you know that every president of the USA have all had royal bloodlines, all of them? I didn't know that, but it makes so much sense. Did you know three of the first 5 founding fathers died on July the 4th, which is Independence Day? 3 of the first 5 presidents of the US all died on 7/4. Interesting. The first US president, George Washington, is named 74. Independence Day in Gematria is 74. Independence Day is on 7/4. Lucifer's 74. Masonic 74. George Washington was a 33-degree Freemason. This knowledge is just mind-blowing. You're not going to solve every problem with the world with this knowledge, but you're going to learn a shit ton. You're going to acquire more knowledge than you ever have in your whole life in like a year if you really study this work. Not just watch a couple of videos, do a few codes. If you really give yourself to Gematria, you will grow in so many ways, and not just financially. Think what Gematria has done for me financially. I have a Patreon. Without Gematria, I wouldn't have a Patreon. That brings me money in. YouTube gives me a little bit of money now. They finally figured out that AdSense after 4 months, but they pay you peanuts. But the knowledge may lead you to money, but organically. If you're searching for it, that's your only intention, you're not going to get it. Britney Spears, Monroe, they were connected, weren't they? Bloodline-wise. Yeah, a lot of them are royal bloodline. Most of them will be. And then they just get pushed to the top. Brian Clough turned Nottingham Forest, where Robin Hood was from. These people are robbing us every day, by the way. Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves. He was from Nottingham. And Brian Clough goes to Nottingham Forest and they win the European Cup twice, and then he wins the league or whatever with Derby. You think it's just because he was a good coach? He probably couldn't even coach. And then his son went on to coach Derby. Nigel Clough, was it? He played for Liverpool. Shit footballer. Brian Clough's son. But he played in the top league. Because he had the contact. Because he had the Masonic contacts. And the Premier League is the most overrated league in the world. People get taken in by the spectacle. I'd love to watch some of these Premier League teams just go to a semi-pro team in an organic game. Like genuinely organic game. Play at a normal field without stadiums. No magic involved. Bet there's not even that much difference. Hey Adam, thanks for your work. Thank you, Owen. I appreciate you thanking me. Thank you. I think we have the potential to be fallen angels or angels based off our heart. And a lot of people say we agreed to come here. We agreed to come here to this realm. We agreed to it for the experience. And if we did, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Maybe we do all go back to a different realm after this, after our time's up. And we tell our stories. and maybe we all want to come back and do it again. Maybe you get the opportunity at the end of your life. Hey, do you want to play the game again? Like Saw, the movie Saw. You want to play a game? Whatever Jigsaw says. This is a game. We're in a game right now. Life's a game, and some play it better than others. It's a saying that I really like. Life is a game. So learn to play it, or you'll be played. If you don't learn how to play the game, you'll be played. Like we get played by the system. The end is nowhere near, hopefully. People got confused about my George Michael video when I said last Christmas and I did all the 2022 connections. I wasn't saying this will be our last ever Christmas, but the numbers indicate that it might be. If it is, we know that song is a big reason to do with it. But I wasn't trying to scare people that this is going to be our last Christmas. It's very interesting, the video that I did about George Michael. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's one of my favorite ones. How real. 100% the world is filled with good people. Yep, I really believe that. But they try and make you believe everybody's an asshole. And they try and divide us. They're just dividers. I say it all the time. They divide us with politics, with religion, with social identity, with the team that you support, with your sexual orientation, with your education, with your knowledge, whatever it is. We're separated. Your nationality, your gender, your race. It's all by intention. It's all social constructs to keep us divided, because the universe, uni means one. The prefix uni means one. We're all in this together. That song, I can't remember what it's from. I'm not going to sing it, but we're all in this together. But it's hard when we're so separated, and COVID has really separated a lot of people. People have become separated from their wife, from their loved ones, from their kids, from their best friends, from their job, because of this. Something that's been intentionally planned for decades. For decades. Easy, Shaz, mate. Hope you're well. Let's go, Raiders. Raiders have a riddle to upset. My favourite play in the NFL this weekend is the LA Rams. The Rams are going to win. It's all to do with Stafford, who was the quarterback at Georgia, and Georgia just won the NCAA. And it was a big 13 ritual, and Stafford can go 1-3 in the playoffs. So my pick for you guys, if you'd like to bet, LA Rams should win. That's the one I'm confident about. I like the decode for Dallas to win the Super Bowl, but their price this weekend really scares me. They're slight favorites, and it really scares me. The odds scare me there. I don't like the odds Dallas are this weekend, but my favorite play is the Rams, the LA Rams. I'll do a code for my community with all the reasons why. I just won't be coding every single day sports anymore. 3 or 4 games. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. People can't accept that. That's fine. How can you agree to suffer? People do. I think a lot of people like pain deep down. See why people cut their own wrists and stuff. Although I think that's to do with control. They feel like they're in control of what they're doing when they cut their own wrists. But people like pain. My friend Nathan would always say, you got the movies and there's a horror movie on and people would be like, ah! But they'd have to watch it. It's like they liked it. Deep down, they liked the suspense and the horror. It's why so many people like horror movies. It's why so many people like documentaries about serial killers. It's disturbing, but people are interested and they actually like it. They like the idea of it in a weird way, or they wouldn't watch it. They're pushing racism. Yeah, I'm not going to say what you said after that, but yes. I wonder if any numpty has called their kid COVID. Probably. It's probably somebody in the world who called the kid COVID, yes. There will be. There was a fashion designer called COVID Kapoor, but with a K. Like how Crowley changed the word magic with C at the end to a K. COVID Kapoor. Fashion designer who promoted all of his models to wear masks a year before coronavirus got declared. How interesting. That's not predictive programming, is it? Another video I did. I've done so many at this point. You never run out of content with this. Cowboys going to win. I hope so, mate. I will say I hope so. It's just the odds. That's the only thing that worries me. And San Francisco's connected to the Pope, Papa Francisco. So there might be some real riddle with... I had the 49ers, didn't I, to win last week. They were down 17-0 and they won. That was a massive payout. If you got on them in play, like a lot of my community did. So rigged. Guys, I'm going to go shortly. I'm getting hungry. I need to message this girl about teaching her. Yeah, COVID Kapoor matches in Gematria with toilet paper and mind control. What? I didn't know that. Remember, all of us were running out of toilet paper. Just all a ritual, guys, because toilet paper gets you 56, like coronavirus, like COVID vaccine. Like mind control gets you 56, and so does COVID Kapoor. What's this say? Two-skull technology was patented in 1974, and 1973 was the first serial killer who said, yeah, they're getting in people's heads, guys. People like Jack the Ripper, the Yorkshire Ripper, I think they did something to their brain to have them do those things. Because a normal human doesn't have those traits. People say, you're born to be a serial killer. No, they've done experiments on these serial killers. I really believe it. In a lab. Somebody like Jack and the Yorkshire Ripper. They don't know what they're doing. Demons take over them or some sort of something. The brain, guys, is so sensitive and it's wired in such a way. If somebody messes with your brain, like there's people who've had like aneurysms or had epileptic fits and it's messed up the brain and then they see the world differently. There's one guy who became an expert with numbers. He could recite pi to 22,000 digits because of that. Another guy had something go on with his brain. He had a fit or something. And then he could remember the weather on every single day and what day of the week it was. So he'd be like, Washington, D.C., Thursday the 4th, the weather was warm. And you're like, how did he remember that? The brain's so powerful, guys. Like, that's why control your mind or somebody will control it for you. Prescott is 1-2 in playoffs. Yeah, there's a 13 against Prescott. Dallas gets you 13. But Prescott has been involved in so many rituals. It's one of the main reasons I like Dallas. His grandma recently died as well, Prescott's grandma. You know what? I'm going to read some of the stuff I have for Dallas. And guys, don't judge me. If Dallas get beat this weekend, don't be bitching at me. I posted a great code that looks good. If they win it, yes, I look like a legend. If they lose it, they lose it. Let me read out some of the stuff I have, why I like Dallas, just so you know. For those who are not on my Patreon, you'll get an idea of the stuff that I post. Where is it? Where's my Dallas code? Give me a moment. I've got so much on my computer. Oh, okay. Where is it? Okay, listen to this. All right. Are you listening? I'm going to read out what I have for Dallas. This is a freebie, guys. And whatever I say about Dallas here, this information is undeniable, whether they win or lose. Right, the NFL began on 9/9, 99 days before the Pope's birthday. And the first game of the NFL season was Dallas against the Bucs. At the end of that game, the Bucs won it, and Prescott said to Brady, "We will see y'all again." Okay? We'll see y'all again because they're going to meet again. I think Dallas may meet the Bucs in the playoffs. Could be wrong. All of this could be wrong. And Dallas Cushell, when I did this code, he became 9-9 with Chicago White Sox and got his 99th career win the day Dallas beat Philadelphia Eagles. And Super Bowl 56 will be in LA. California's birthday is 9/9. I always talk about Philip down at 99, the 99th day of the year. And Dallas beat the Eagles 26 weeks and 6 days before WrestleMania, which will be hosted in Dallas. The 99th day of the year, guys, left 266 days left in the year. And the Pope's the 266 day. Pope is the 266th Pope. The 99th day of the year was 4/9. Dallas gets you 49 in Gematria. NFL gets you 49. Dallas beat Washington 56-14. They did that 49 days before the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott got injured 490 days before the Super Bowl, like 49. WrestleMania is going to be hosted 49 days after the Super Bowl. 49 date numerology. It's going to be hosted on 4/3. Dallas Cowboys gets you 43. I'm not going to... Dr. Dre was born on the 49th day of the year. He's headlining it. Snoop Dogg's 49. Super Bowl gets you 49. Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys coach, 49. I've got a million other things. And I've got 49. I've got 40 freaking 9 likes. I've got 49 likes on the stream. Somebody changed that. So that was 15% of my code. Pretty amazing stuff, isn't it? Even if they lose, even if they don't win, it's pretty insane. Cowboys have an incredible riddle. If Cowboys win it, guys, they're going to stay on 142nd prime. Loss. Coronavirus is 142. Chiefs lost the Super Bowl last year. They finished 14-2. Bucks won the Super Bowl, finished 15-5. Coronavirus 155. Cladex pandemic 15th of May 155. Operation Warp Speed 15-5. It's big coronavirus ritual. Super Bowl 56. Obviously, coronavirus is connected. Coronavirus is 56. As is COVID vaccine. As is Anthony Fauci. As is Washington DC. As is Society of Jesus and Pope. Guys, I've had something stuck in my throat now for about 2 months. I don't know what it is. Ted Bundy, they had to make a movie about him, didn't they? Why did they have to make a movie about a serial killer? Because they're happy, they're proud of their little experiment. Reckon they're going to overdo the rituals? They already have overdone the rituals, mate, in the African Cup of Nations. I don't need to decode any games in the African Cup of Nations to prove to you that it's a ritual. I don't need to anymore. I've done enough. The 1-0s were enough. 4 games finished 1-0 on the 10th and Satan gets you 10. I've done enough. I don't need to do any more about the African Cup of Nations. Maybe I'll decode the final. Packers, Cowboys, yeah. What about Cowboys and Indians, though? Chiefs against the Cowboys. Mahomes was recently where I live. Patrick Mahomes came here to a Mexican restaurant. Dr. Dre's 56. I know he's 56. I said he was born on the 49th day of the year, mate. Snoop Dogg's 49. Dre was born on the 49th day of the year. He's 56 and he's headlining Super Bowl 56 with Snoop, who's 49. I've got a million other stuff, mate, which I have on my Patreon. I'm not going to read it all out. No, a lot of these serial killers, do we know any victims? No. It's probably didn't even die. Maybe a lot of these people don't even die. Just bullshit. They want you to believe that they are serial killers, that you can't walk down the street because somebody's going to put a gun or rape you. This started in the late 90s. I remember we used to play on the streets, no concerns about pedophiles or rapists or murderers. And then as I got a bit older, it's like, oh, you better make sure your kid's home before it's dark. You never know who's going to kidnap them or whatever. There are 2 teams who won Super Bowl 6 times and won 2 times, won it 5 times. Cowboys and 49ers. Need a more complete 666. You're putting all your eggs in a 666 ritual, which I respect, but you're putting all your eggs into one thing there. It might not be the 666 thing. I've been guilty of that. John Madden, yeah, I decoded his death. What about Don Shula, who died? The only guy with a perfect season. He died on the 125th day of the year. Notice how the LA Rams finished 12-5. So did Dallas. I said they'd be 12-5 ages ago, Dallas, because of Shula. And they finished 12-5. I said they would lose to Arizona and then beat the Eagles. That's what happened. Did it weeks in advance. So I can be right with this. I'm far from perfect. Recently, I've been dog shit. Don't get it. But my coding's become next level, but my sports decoding, I'm missing. I don't know what I'm doing. My codes seem to look better, but they're missing. The Nations League is a joke. Yeah, it's a real joke. Do you remember in WWE, there was 4 wrestlers called the United Nations? Or the League of Nations or something? It was like Del Rio. There was 4 like mediocre wrestlers. They all joined. Sheamus. Well, not mediocre. There's 4 of them. And they were called like the League of Nations or something. Made me laugh. Newcastle won the FA Cup in 55. Now the richest club. Good stuff on the 55s. If you're telling me that Snoop's 50, he was 49 when they announced he was headlining. So when was Snoop born? Cowboys played the Dolphins, yep. And Shula obviously coached the Dolphins to the perfect season. All synced up, guys, why these people get taken out. All those 99s. And Eddie White died at 99 on the last day of the year. Yes, Snoop's now 50, but when he got announced that he was going to be performing at the Super Bowl, he was 49 years old. I didn't know Snoop's name was Calvin Cordezar Brodus Jr. Snoop Doggy Dog, Shahizzle on my nizzle whizzle. Shut up, Snoop, you little rat. Alright, why am I still on this, guys? I'm still talking. Oh, Snoop Dogg's full name is 107, and that was the San Francisco 49ers record. And the Raiders record, 10-7. Snoop Dogg's full name, Calvin Cardoza Brodus Jr., is 107. 107, is that not the 28th prime? Yep, and 28 is a perfect number and the sum of 56. It's the 7th triangle as well, guys. If Brady gets there, I don't think he's coming off 7 rings, unless they want to get him 8-3, because he was born 8-3. But there's also an 83 for Dallas to win the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say it, but it's a big 83 if they don't lose again. This is the second ever Super Bowl to be played on the 13th as well. 13 is all about Revelation 13-18. It's the second ever Super Bowl to be played on the 13th day of the month. 213 in LA. Their dialing code's 213. Coincidence? No, it's freaking nuts. It's all by the numbers, baby. It's all by the numbers. Yeah, Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Rusev, Sheamus. I think they were called the League of Nations or something like that, which reminds me of the United Nations, which is the Jesuits pushing global climate change, just to install more rules to control the masses even more. I like your Cowboy riddle, but the Raiders announced. The Raiders have had more riddles than any other team this year, which makes me think it's far too obvious that they win it. Maybe down the line they'll win it. They've had Madden die. They had the first gay player come out. There was lots of shootings in Vegas. There was something else with Vegas. Too obvious. But if they win it, it's going to be the easiest video to reveal why they won it, to show you that ritual sacrifices dictate who win these championships, which I've said for a while. Big thank you, Adam. You helped me a lot, even though I go through hard times. I'm glad I help you, and we all go through hard times. Just know you're not alone with that. Everyone in the world goes through hard times. Everyone in the world has faults. Everybody has an issue with their body or with their mind or with their job or with their soul or whatever it is. We all have hard times, mate. It's part of the game. Embrace the challenge of the hard times. Overcome adversity. That was one of the few things I like teaching at school. Overcoming adversity. That has a good message. Overcome it. My stomach's rumbling, guys. Maybe your decode is missing, which God they are honoring. I believe so. I believe there's something I'm missing that's huge. Because my codes are phenomenal. The stuff I found. My mate last night said, whatever happens in your codes, they're phenomenal. Everything you present is factual and it's incredible. And I know a few people say, it means nothing if you don't win money. It does. It does mean something. Because I'm giving you incredible knowledge here of how this universe works. It does mean something. And if they win, it's just a bonus. A bonus, guys. That's what it should always be with money, a bonus. Katy Perry started singing in church too. Her parents were both connected to the church, to the Catholic Church. I think they were both vicars. And then her first song's I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. That's putting the middle finger up to your parents, isn't it? If it's legit. Your first song's about kissing a girl. It's not really promoted in the Bible, is it? Being gay. I don't like that. Although being gay now is more normal than being straight. Yes, Adam, you bring a positive message and I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I am a freestyler. Like, when I did that poem the other day, it was 2 a.m. I did it in 10 minutes. I wrote it on my Patreon. I found an amazing beat, which wasn't mine, but I borrowed it. And I just sang at 2 a.m. I didn't give a shit if I was going to wake up the neighbors because it felt right why I did it at that time. And I don't care if people say, oh, his voice is not good. He thinks he's a rapper. This guy thinks he's good at everything. No, I don't. I try things. I put it out there. I share. share what I believe is good work. If people don't like it, they can piss off, can't they? If they like it, God bless them. Don't care what people think about me anymore. It's nice to be complimented. I told you when these two people said they were going to take their own lives if it wasn't for finding my channel. That brings me joy, but it doesn't boost my ego. It just brings me joy that I've impacted somebody so much to the point of saving their life. It might be a bit dramatic. That doesn't boost my ego. It boosts my soul. My soul, baby! Should also go on a periodic table. Yes, I agree with that. I need to learn about the periodic table. Decode Your Reality does a phenomenal job with that. But there's just so much that goes into a sports decode. Nobody truly knows how they're doing it. All we truly know is it's all predetermined and it's all rigged and it's all the show. There's not one person. Zach Hubbard, if he thinks he knows who's going to win this and that, he doesn't. It wouldn't need a Patreon. It would be a billionaire by now if he knew who was going to win every game. I would be a billionaire by now if I knew the outcome of every game and how they're doing it. None of us know, but it's enjoyable to figure it out. It's a puzzle, guys. When you're right, it's amazing. When you're wrong, it crushes you. You've got to weigh it up. Do you want that amazing feeling? Or do you want to be crushed? Can you deal with both? Are you happy with both? Because you're not always going to be amazing. You're not always going to get it right. You're going to get it wrong a lot. Can you handle that? Can you handle losing? I'm at the point where I don't think I can handle betting anymore. It's taken too much from me. And I'm strong enough to admit that. It takes too much energy from me. If you want to keep gambling and it doesn't affect you, keep doing it. God bless you. I hope you always win. I really hope anybody who gambles always wins. Yeah, all substances do have vibrations because the whole world is about vibrations and frequencies. That's why I'm doing this live now. Wouldn't work otherwise. Codes are always excellent, Adam, but it's difficult to interpret the code to get the result. That's not your... Thank you, mate, Base Carbon. That means a lot. I will say this, my codes are phenomenal, every one I post, but I'm definitely not always right with sports. But there's very few people in the world that have decoded sports at my level of when they are right to decode it perfectly from the first second to the last. Hardly anybody can do that. They might throw in, there's 28 date no more, if Philadelphia can get the 28th win of the season and the coach can get the 28th loss for the other team. Yeah, you really think that's why that team won? Because you found a couple of 28s? That's why, I told you, that's why they won. No, you don't know why they won. No one knows why they won. And that's not proving that your code's great. My codes, when they win, every number hits. That's in my code. Perfectly hits. That's the difference between me and the majority of coders. And the majority of coders don't give a shit about everything else. They just want money. That is it. And that's their prerogative. It's my prerogative. Was that Britney Spears as well, the clone? I think she sung that. Try astronomy and astrology. I'm trying. I've tried to incorporate the Bible, which was serving me really well. And then yesterday, although I said Toronto would cover, which they did, the Bible riddle missed, and it hit me hard because the Bible riddle was one of the favorites I've ever done. It was all about revelation. Like, check this out, guys. The Toronto coach, the Raptors coach, Nick Nurse, he was hired by Toronto 6/13, 2018. 6/13, 613 is 112th prime. Mathematics 112, Jesuits operate 112 nations, Catholicism 112. Guys, exactly 1 year after, in his debut season, he won the NBA with Toronto. What are the chances of a guy coaching 1 year in the NBA with a team that wasn't one of the favorites to win it? He won the NBA exactly a year later on 6/13, 2019. And then they had their victory parade on 6/17. And 6/17 is the 113th prime. Coronavirus declared a pandemic, 11/3. Kobe Bryant, 113. Made his debut, 11/3. He was drafted round 1, pick 13. All these numbers are perfectly synced. So did Nick Nurse win the NBA in his first season, exactly a year after he became a coach? Because he's a great coach? No. Why has he not won anything since? Why are Toronto a mediocre team ever since? Oh, well, they lost Kawhi. It's nothing to do with the players. It's nothing to do with the players. unless it's their numbers synced with the players. But they lost Kawhi. Okay, how have the Clippers done having Kawhi? Have they won anything? No. It's all rigged. And I know that, and I prove it. But I just don't hit every pick. And anybody paying me $10 and wanting to hit every pick from me, you're kind of very naive, aren't you? I get it if you're losing money from my picks consistently. Just leave me if that's all you're interested in. But I don't want you to sign up to me if that's all you're interested in. I've said this now about 8 times in my lives. If you just want to sign up for my sports picks, don't. Go on Discord. Set up a Discord with other decoders who spend the whole day behind the computer and watching all the games and spend the whole day doing it. I did it. When I was on Discord, guys, I would wake up. Usually I'd go for a run. I'd have breakfast. I'd go on Discord for like 6 hours. I'd do my codes for Patreon. I'd watch the games. As I'm watching them, I'm contacting people on Discord. And that's their life. And they're happy with it, fine. I'm not happy with that anymore. I won't do it. Everyone's like, where have you gone from Discord? We miss you. I'm not wasting my time on Discord behind a computer unless I'm doing something like this or a video. Hope you respect that. And if you don't, Astro means star, okay? I didn't know that. We had the Houston Astros, didn't we, get beat in the World Series against Atlanta, which was all connected to Hank Aaron, who died on 122 when Kobe got his 666 game. When he had it, and he got his highest scoring points, 81, and his name's 81. All bookers and sports sites seem to be linked. They are. They're all run by the same people, just like the mainstream media is run by the same people, same 6 networks. I've seen online, guys, when I'm gambling, where sometimes they've put, like, I'm watching the football thing live, not the actual game, soccer, and it's happened in the NFL. The scores have updated like 5 minutes before. So there was one time I was watching an NFL game, say the score was 7-7. It came up 10-7. I was like, wait, what happened here? And I checked everything, and then we were watching the game. It was 7-7. 5 minutes later, it became 10-7. I was like, they knew. This algorithm knew what was going to happen already. It's like, what? It's not man playing around with these numbers. They don't hire these people. There's some sort of system that's organic, but also rigged at the same time. Like stocks and shares, that's all rigged. But there might be an organic element as well, but I think deep down it's rigged. DNA equals do not alter, yeah. You should not ever alter your DNA. It's what God gave you, or whoever this creator is. You're not supposed to screw with your DNA. I'm against plastic surgery unless it's for medical purposes. People are so scared to, they always want to look beautiful, but deep down inside, they're not happy. So it doesn't matter how beautiful you look on the outside if you're still miserable on the inside. Makes no difference. Cinderella story. You get lots of Cinderella stories in sports. People love them, don't they? They love a Cinderella story, but it's so obvious now. It's such bullshit. Let's discuss the storylines of the halftime games. The storylines of a game? Why is there a storyline? It is not a movie. Well, it is. It technically is, because the world that we live in is a movie. Did anyone put the question that maybe what's going on in the world stage is like, it is. The world's a stage, the world's a movie. Be your own character. Be who you want to be in this world. Take chances. Don't take it too seriously. Don't get too emotional. And enjoy the ride. Like Ronan Keating said, the Irish little Jesuit prick, life is a roller coaster, just gotta ride it. That's what it is, guys. Life's a roller coaster. You gotta ride it. You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. Sometimes you'll feel sick. Sometimes you'll be full of elation. Other times you're like, why the freaking hell did I go on that roller coaster? Other times you want to go back on it, baby. And you want to keep getting on the roller coaster. Enjoy it, guys. And through your dark times, learn. Figure out why you're unhappy and make sure it doesn't happen again. I like the way you think of life and you're acting. Thank you. Just don't take it too seriously. Just be a good person, guys. Just be a good person. Bring joy to people whenever you can, even if it's the small things. Tell somebody they're doing a great job. Tell somebody they look nice today. Tell them you respect their talent. I don't know, make your wife some food. Make her breakfast in bed. Get her flowers when she don't expect it. Treat yourself as well. Don't forget to treat yourself. And whatever is bringing you negativity in your life, just try and erase it or at least decrease it. It might be some things you'll never get rid of. That you can't get rid of it. But you can learn to live with it. Guys, I should be a psychologist, shouldn't I? Most of these psychologists, though, they just do as they're told, read from a book. They're not speaking from the heart. They ask the same freaking questions all the time to the same people. I'd love to be a psychologist and just be organic, but you know what would happen? I would lose my license. Oh, you didn't follow this procedure, Adam. Shove your procedures up your ass. Please, shove your procedures, shove your rules, shove your bullshit up your ass. Please. I think my neighbors think I'm a psychopath talking to myself. They don't have a clue I'm the illusion. They have no idea. Pretty funny. I think VAR adds more suspense, yes, but that's intentional to take your energy. VAR is to take your energy and to increase more technology into the world. Yeah, I hate VAR. I hated it from day one, even though most of my friends loved it. But it's gonna make the game more fair. Has it made the game more fair? No. Has it made it more dramatic? Yes. Do I miss the times where a guy would score and he was offside and they'd give a goal and then the fans would be like, really, he was 10 yards offside, ref? Sorry, it's done. It'd be so funny when that happened. But now let's go to VAR. His left bollock was offside. Sorry, no goal. His right toenail was offside. No goal. And the lines are bent half of the time. You'll have a line, it's like that. It's like, wait, this line's not even straight. It's about as straight as George Michael. Sometimes I make myself laugh, guys. You've got to make yourself laugh, haven't you? Yeah. There's joy in journey. Beautiful. The word joy is in the word journey. And the journey is more important than the destination, guys. It's more important than the destination. Think about it. Let's go back to a roller coaster. You're on the roller coaster, you go up and down and spin around, baby. And then you eventually come back to the start and it stops. Who cares about the destination when you arrive? It's the roller coaster, isn't it? That's what brings people joy, the experience, rather than like, do you want to watch a movie and then just go to the end of the movie without watching the beginning of it and the build-up of the story and then the character development? You just want to go to the end and watch the ending of it? Or get a book and just read the final page? No, you want the journey, don't you? You don't just want to flip to the last page. So yeah, I love that you just said that the word journey has the word joy in it. Thank you for that. I love little things like that. They do get decisions wrong again. How can the ref not see that? This VAR and they still get it wrong. I'm done with this. Hey, get me another pint and a bag of chips. Jeez, it's just ruined my accumulator. Screwing hell. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Chill out, mate. It's all rigged. Stop betting. Okay? Stop giving your energy to it. Like, it's embarrassing at this point, seeing grown men cry about football. And I was one of them. I can say this. I was a little bitch with it. If you're going to cry about your team losing, get a life. Is that your life? To go to work 5 days a week to go watch a football game where your team's probably going to lose, unless it's one of the top 4 teams, probably going to lose or draw. So you'll leave feeling a bit unfulfilled. Yeah, continue it. Live your life like that. See how much you grow. You're not going to grow in any way at all. You're just going to feed the system. Pay you 70 quid to go watch a game, 60 quid shirt, sponsored by Jesuit-owned companies. Then go buy yourself a nice pint and a big pie and probably come home pissed and then fall asleep. Great life, guys. Enjoy it. What do you think of vegans? I'm not going to... Like, you can't define a human being if they're a vegan. What do you mean, what do I think of vegans? They can eat whatever they want, as long as they're not eating humans or animals. Well, not animals. As long as they're not eating humans, I don't care what people eat. If they're eating it because they don't want animals to die, or it's healthy for them, or it benefits them in multiple ways, let them be vegans. I don't think you can judge. Are you a vegan? Oh, you must be this type of person. Are you a Catholic? You must be this type of person. Are you gay? You must be this type of person. No, don't categorize people, mate. If you want to be a vegan, be a vegan. What do you think about veterans? I feel sorry for them because they go to war, they risk their lives, they come back, nobody gives a shit about them. They don't really get looked after by the government. They need to go to counseling. They have post-traumatic stress. They have to adapt to real life, which they've been away from because they've been surrounded by death. A lot of them lose their limbs, and they don't even come back as heroes. Most people will look at these soldiers and not bat an eyelid. And my whole opinion of war, Lars, you know what it is? I think anybody who goes to war, they're not heroes, they're brainwashed. Anybody who's a soldier is brainwashed. I have no respect for them. I know that we're supposed to see them as heroes, tribute to the heroes, which they always do in the Super Bowls and stuff. No. If you're going to war and you're willing to kill other people, supposedly for freedom, and the war on terror, even though you're terrorizing other people and shooting innocent people, no respect. For war veterans, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for soldiers. I feel sorry for war veterans. Simple as that. If you're going to war, you're promoting death. Simple as that. Although they'll try and tell you that you're doing the opposite. You're not. You're willing to give your life up and you're willing to take another life. No respect for you. Vegans raise their frequency. I've heard that. My diet's very balanced. I don't put myself in a category of a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, I'm this, I'm a carnivore, I'm a omnivore. No, I eat what I want, when I want, and it's pretty balanced. Luckily, I'm in good shape. People say I'm skinny because I am, but I'm in good shape. Really good shape, like physically, body looks pretty good. And I don't have to worry about eating a carrot cake or a cheeseburger. I'm fortunate with that. Other people do, and respect to them, that they care about the figure. Instead of being these big fat goons who just eat whatever they want and crying when they're eating. Yeah, stop crying, man. Maybe just stop eating so much shit. Or go for a run. Even go for a walk. People might struggle to run. Go for a walk. The problem is they'll go for a walk with a freaking hot dog in the hand. Probably Barca Real will finish 3-3. I don't know. I'm not even going to give a shit. If you want, I'll decode the game at the end. I'll tell you why a player scored when he did. I can do all of that in 10 minutes. But I'm not giving El Clasico my energy. Screw them. Barcelona wear red and blue, which makes purple the number of deception. You got Real Madrid wearing white. They want to be this pure club. No. Real Madrid has always been run by Jesuits, like Florentino Perez. All wars are Rothschild wars, yes. All funded by the Rothschilds, which is a fact as well. And then they fund all of the tanks and the guns. It's so funny. They create things and profit from it. It's wild. They'll create it. They'll create the problem, create chaos, then provide the solution. People are dumb enough to not realize that they've been doing this in our whole lifetime. They're doing it right now. They're doing it right now where they created it, and then they're providing the solution with this. It's doing a great job, isn't it, guys? For all you people out there who've got this, it's really protecting you really well. No way. Somebody messaged me today, said, any tips for the African Cup of Nations channel? And I said, yeah, just back 1-0. Sometimes it's that easy. I've got it on my Patreon. I said, yeah, just back the games to be 1-0 and you're going to win. I was on, oh my God, I've got 55 likes, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. And I've got 29 people in the stream, which is the 10th prime. Oh my freaking God, man. This universe is kind of mocking me, but it's beautiful at the same time. When I played in college, my coach would favor some players that weren't even good as a coach, Joseph. Yeah, I think you do favor certain players, mate. I'm not going to lie. You don't treat them all equal. Well, you kind of treat them all equal, but yeah, I favor players. I've said this before. When I coach, I'm this creative dribbler, like fancy player, like Eden Hazard type of player. When I coach, I respect the players who do the basics. It's so weird. I like my defensive midfielders. I like the guy who gets the ball, doesn't lose it, keeps possession. I prefer those, but as a player, I'm the opposite. Do you have players that you prefer when you coach? 1,000,000%. I'm not going to bullshit you. If there's parents out there and go, you should like them all the same, keep your mouth shut. No, you shouldn't. As a teacher, there were certain kids I preferred to other ones. I'm not going to bullshit kids and say I like you all the same. No, I'm not going to tell you who I like the most, though. I'm not going to tell you who I don't like, but I'm not going to pretend that I like you all the same. Shove that equality right up your ass. Equality is a trap. Equality is a big trap. There's that photograph where there's a family. There's the dad, a son, and then the little daughter who's tiny. Equality would mean giving them all the same thing. So they were trying to watch a game, but there was a wall protecting them. Well, not protecting them, preventing them from watching it. The dad could see it because he was tall enough, but the younger one couldn't. So he got the box. There was 3 boxes. Equality would have been given all 3 of them a box. There you go. The dad gets the box, the kid gets the box, then the little kid gets the box. Equality would everybody gets their own box. Equity, which is different, the dad didn't need a box. He doesn't need a box. The younger one needed 1 box to see it. The little one needed 2. So from those 3 boxes, they could all watch the game. That's not equality. That wasn't equality by having them all not have a box. It worked out perfect by being smart with what you do with those boxes. So yeah, Tunisia no, Mali won. You know what? I'm going to go on the African Cup of Nations here. I want to see how many games have finished 1-0. Right, I'll go through it with you all, guys. I'm still live here. This is pretty insane. All right, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay? Oh my, it's hurting my eyes. Listen to this. Opening game. I'm not going to say every team. It's going to take me forever. The opening game finished 2-1. Then it was 1-0. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 0-0, 1-0, 0-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games finishing 1-0. And there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guys, 9 of the first 12 games in the African Cup of Nations. 9. I was just telling you about the number 9. 9 of the first 12 games finished 1-0. 9 out of 12 finished 1-0. Does that need gematria, guys, to make you question that there's something not right going on in that tournament? 9 out of 12 finished 1-0. 2 games finished 0-0 and 1 game finished 2-1. Said it multiple times. How shit are these attacking players? Or do they have the greatest goalkeepers in the world? Or it's magic. There's voodoo, guys. Voodoo goes on all the time in Africa. There's videos about it. They'd spray things on the floor. They put things behind the goal, which would prevent the ball from entering the goal. People who still deny that magic's real, they've been programmed. If you think magic's not real, you've just been programmed to believe it's make-believe, like in Disney. That's what they want you to believe, that it's not real, whilst they perform spells every day. Yeah, again, Raisha, I said on Patreon, just any tips for African Cup of Nations? Yes. Back 1-0. Simple. With this knowledge, back 1-0. How much money would you have won today if you back 1-0? Could have won a shitload of money. You probably got about 6-1, 7-1 on 1-0. Because there's been so many of them. It's like, no way it's going to be 1-0 again. Oh yeah, back the under 2.5. Think how much money would you have won. But you'd be amazed at how many people go a day at a time, guys. So they don't look at the past with the results. They'll be like, okay, Ivory Coast played today. They won't acknowledge that all the games the day before finished 1-0 and the day before that 1-0 because they just live game to game. They don't do the research. Binary code, yeah, brilliant. Binary code's all about 0 and 1, like the Matrix. We're in a simulation, guys, and they're telling us. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can enjoy the game more. The longer you stay in denial, the longer you're just going to be under mind control. Since I learned this knowledge, you see the world in a different way, and it's beautiful. I do feel like there's angels, guardian angels surrounding me at the moment. The stuff that I see and witness, and the energy I have that I never used to have. I feel like I'm protected. I've told you this in a live stream. I walked to the beach. A guy came up, well, he didn't even come up to me. He's tried to sell me drugs. I ignored him. And then he screamed it again. Coke, moly, coke, weed. I was like, sorry, mate, no, I'm good. I'm on the phone. Cheers. And then he whistled at me. That pissed me off. He whistled at me. I've said this before. He whistled at me like a dog. And I kept walking. He whistled at me again. I turned around. I went up to 5 guys. I'm not talking about the burger place. I went up to 5 guys, mid-20s, tattoos, smoking weed. I got up in their face. I said, if I can't say it, if you ever whistle at me again, lad, if you ever whistle at me again, watch what happens. Okay? I said no to you. I was respectful. I'm on the phone to my dad. Now, piss off. Okay? All right? Do you get that? And I walked off casually on my phone call. 5 guys. I was protected. They looked at me like little dogs. I had no fear, just like I had no fear when that police guy put a gun towards me. Because I'm protected. I feel like I'm protected because of my soul and my spirit and how much I care about people and how much I'm in tune with the universe. I'm not scared. I'm not worried about the headlines that they're going to give you on CNN that send panic down everybody's spine. I laugh at them, guys, and I just decode them. And I show you that it's all bullshit. Magic is a science. They don't want to. Yes, magic is a science. Yes. Seems religion's become a science. That's why they created Scientology. Almost everything's science, isn't it? It's so funny when people say don't question the scientists when the whole point of science is questioning science. But you can't question the scientists because you don't have your degree from MIT or Harvard, so you have no right to question anything. Do you know who owns these universities and colleges? Who owns Yale? It's so obvious. My phone's going wild, guys. My phone's going wild. A good friend of mine just messaged me and said, I've been watching this effing awesome live stream. I love the stories. It's why I stay, guys. It's why I'm 3 hours in, guys. Unless you've done 3 hours of talking the way I talk, you don't know how tiring it is. Speaking's tiring, guys. It's an art form. And I am very tired right now. And I'm still going. And I probably should stop, but I'm still going. For you guys. I really am. They're targeting individuals, so careful. Let them target me. Dan, I really respect that you care about me. Bring it on. Let them target me. If I go out that way, if you read like illusions found dead in the Pacific Ocean, he drowns. Well, we know that's not what happened. Illusion found with a bullet in his head. He was so depressed because of COVID. No, we know that's bullshit. Probably got poisoned. They'll probably say I got poisoned. Or they'll say I died of COVID because I didn't have this. Illusion, the influencer, gets taken out on his birthday. No coincidence there. Yeah, no. But thank you for your concern. I'm a small fish, mate. I'm a small fish. They don't know who I am yet. I have 3,000 subscribers less. They don't know who I am. They don't give a shit about me. And like I said, I'm protected anyway. When I go out, I'll go somewhere even better, in my opinion. But I love my life. It's not like I want to go. If I get taken out, I'll go somewhere even better, in my opinion. Could be wrong. maybe I just go 6 feet under and that's the end of the illusion. You never see him again. But I don't believe that in any capacity. Did you guys notice that football pitch lines look like electrical circuit? Brilliant. I did notice that. Notice it has an 18-yard box. An IHS, which is the Society of Jesus, gives you 18 and 2 ciphers. It's an 18-yard box, not a 16-yard box or 20-yard box, 18-yard box. You have the center circle where you start the game. The center circle. Guys, they're obsessed with circles, with pi. They're obsessed. That's why they tell us the globe's a circle. You know what I mean? The center circle. That's where you kick off a football game, the most popular sport in the world, from the center circle. Morning from... Wow. I've got Nirvana from Melbourne. Love it. One of my best friends lives in Australia, in Newcastle. It's called Lindsay Well, I shouldn't tell people's names. He's Australian. And I love him to bits. I need to call him soon. He wanted me to call him. He refused this, one of the few Australians that said no. RH negative opposing sides, yeah. Opposing sides. Jeremiah wrote about this in my book, mate, about energy harvesting. It's positive and negative, innit? One set of fans go away happy, the other team negative. Sometimes if it's a draw, it's neutral, which is connected to energy as well. The energy harvesting. So you always hear these fans and commentators and managers say, how are you going to win? Well, we just need the fans' energy. If we get the energy, we'll win. We are basically charging the battery, guys, in this matrix. We're charging the battery by giving them our energy. And they know that for this system to work, they need our energy to keep it going, to keep the matrix. I think this world wasn't an organic matrix or simulation. It became one when people learned how the energy system works. And they've created a matrix through knowing how to exploit the average person's energy. If we learn where to put our energy, if we put our energy in a positivity, I think the world flips. I don't think we're in a matrix anymore as much. Or it'll be a beautiful one. Gomez, learning a lot from your work. Salute, man. Cheers, mate. When I hear the word salute, it makes me want to crack open a cold beer. Because salute means cheers in Spanish. Well, salud. It means health, kind of like for your health. Again, which makes no sense. You say salud, which means to good health, and you're drinking a freaking beer. Is that really good for your health? There's so many backwards things in this world. You just got to kind of laugh at times. I think John O'Looney may have been targeted. I think John O'Looney was an insider, mate. He was a Mason. No respect for John O'Looney. His freaking name means loony like crazy. He revealed truth because they have to. Is that the funeral director? Yeah. He's a Mason, in my opinion. Tom Cruise, yeah, he was the face of Scientology. He promoted it on Oprah Winfrey when he went all crazy and started jumping up and down on a sofa or chair. Tom Cruise is a woman. He's like, what is he, 5'5", Tom Cruise? I read something with Tom Cruise that the extras had to be shorter than him. He would only hire extras that were shorter than him. And he would wear like high-heeled shoes. It's a girl, Tom Cruise, like 5'5". 18 equals 666, yep. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 1 plus 8 gets you 9. 8 plus 1 is 9, and 81's ritual. That's why Kobe's highest scoring game is 81 points in his 666 game, mate. All synced up when you learn this stuff. This is more about learning about the simulation we're living in than decoding day-to-day sports, in my opinion. I did 4 hours a night, Monday to Friday, midnight, Monday through Friday, so draining. Thanks for the work. Thank you, Joey, and respect to you for doing that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing what I do, but it's work that I believe is important. I finally have a balance in my life where I do this, but then I go coach, I meet friends, I hang out. I'm not just living my life being Mr. Gematria. There's more to the world than Gematria as well. It's an amazing tool, but don't let Gematria become your whole life, because that's not a way of living. When you're obsessive over anything, I don't think it's good. My ass is aching. My ass is aching here. It's like when you sit on a plane for like 10 hours. I'm sat on this shitty wooden chair. I need to get myself an actual nice chair, don't I, if I'm doing this? Like a leather chair. I'm on this wooden chair, which is giving my ass splinters. My ass is dead. My stomach's rumbling. I'm running out of water. Running out of water! And my throat is killing me. My throat is killing me. I sound like Darth Vader, guys. Salute means cheers, yeah. But salute is health, isn't it? S-A-L-U-D. Yes, buddy, ex-Mason, he reckons. Yeah, I think he's a Mason. That John O'Looney. They play around with these names, guys. A lot of people were calling him crazy for what he was saying, and his last name's Looney. Fuck. Do I laugh? Do I cry? Do I... I don't know. I just see through bullshit. Yeah, De Niro wears stack shoes. Another ladyboy, Robert De Niro. You might think he's this tough guy. Wasn't he in Raging Bull and stuff like that and Goodfellas? He's not a tough guy. He's a wannabe tough guy who's an invert. 333 in Oklahoma. Never been to Oklahoma. But I always think of Kevin Durant and James Harden and Westbrook. Again, it shows you it's not the players. If it was all about the players, they would have won the NBA with those three players in the same team. Liam Smith loves it when I say water. See, look, I'm going to do it one more time for Liam, and my neighbors are going to get really annoyed. But again, screw the neighbors. I'm not doing anything that wrong. I'm going to say water one more time for Liam, because just me saying water in an Australian accent is going to make this guy laugh. Okay? So after three, last time. Excuse me. Can I have a little drink of your water? There you go, Liam. I hope it made you laugh. Last time I do it, because somebody's going to knock on my door. But that's for you, because I know it brings you joy. A tiny little thing like me saying water in Australian. There was a girl at my school, I won't say her name. She did an amazing Australian accent, and we would always speak to each other in that accent. And I always remember her smile. I'm not going to say her name, but she's a really cute kid, really intelligent kid as well, but a little bit crazy at the same time. I think about Seattle when I think of Oklahoma. When I think about Seattle, I think about Washington. I think about Bill Gates, because he was born in Seattle, Washington. Of course he was. I think about Starbucks. Do you guys know Bill Gates' dad bought Starbucks? He was the guy who bought it. I would never drink a Starbucks again. Statue of Liberty, which is all connected to Lucifer. I'm going to sneeze, guys, and if I do, I apologize. Hopefully COVID doesn't transfer through the screen to you. Maybe you need to put a mask on if I sneeze. No, I feel like I've avoided it. Power of the mind, guys. I didn't want to sneeze. I told my brain, you're not freaking sneezing, and I didn't. I feel like a superhero, baby. And my nose is getting blocked, guys. Jupiter Ascending is a good film to watch. Okay, perfect. I'll check it out, although I've not watched a movie in about 6 months. You're from West Yorkshire? Indeed, I am, brother Reese. I'm from West Yorkshire. I'm a Yorkshire man. Kind of lost my accent a little bit, though. Lived in the US 7 years. I've lived in Mexico 7 years, nearly 8. Well, I would say 8, 7.5. So my accent's kind of gone. But people like my accent, especially in the US and Mexico, to be fair. In England, you just shut up with your Yorkshire accent, lad. Go get yourself some Yorkshire puddings. Get yourself down to Chippy and get a dandelion and burdock, chips and curry sauce. I don't really speak that strong, do I? Like the average Yorkshireman. And I remember when I'd go watch Bradford City and you'd be like, Yorkshire, Yorkshire, screaming it. It's like, who gives a shit? Yorkshire's just a social construct that somebody made up. Yorkshire, Lancashire, they're freaking 45 minutes away from each other. Liverpool, Everton, they're next door to each other. Who gives a shit? You're from the same place, guys. Yeah, but I was born 2 minutes away from Anfield, so I have to support Liverpool. Shut up. Keighley is pretty big. Keighley, there's been many rituals in Keighley. I think Keighley is where... No, it's Bingley where the Yorkshire Ripper was from, which is really close to Keighley. Oh, no, that guy. The 100-year-old who died, Sir Tom. The guy who did 100 laps around his garden and then dies at age 100. 100, the square root is 10, like Satan. He was from Keighley. Captain Tom. Captain Tom dies the year that Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. Just a coincidence. Captain Tom. Little prick. I don't care if he was 100 years old. He was a prick. He probably never even went to war either. Oh, Captain Tom is such a hero for fucking walking around his garden. What a hero. Let's give the NHS 33 million because Captain Tom walked. Oh, God. I hope my channel don't get taken down for swearing, but sometimes you got to swear when you're talking about Captain Tom. Such a bell end. My favourite player was Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp. I'm not even sure who Sean Kemp was. My knowledge. Like, what sport is this? I like the way we say coffee. You want to get a cup of coffee? It doesn't sound as good as water, does it? I don't really drink coffee, guys. When I go to the coffee place, I get hot chocolate. Sometimes get a smoothie as well. I'm not a big fan of coffee. Don't mind frappuccinos, but it's a bit gay in it, drinking a frappuccino. Not really. It's not gay. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Nothing gay about drinking a frappuccino. That's a ridiculous comment. Bang on, mate. It's the same in East Yorkshire. Yeah. East Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, it's the same shit. Same slice of bread, mate. It's like if you drop a slice of bread on the floor, still the same piece of bread, whatever side it falls on. Still the same slice of bread. Guys, Garforth, I've played against Garforth. They've got a nice little stadium. I think they wear yellow and blue. Garforth Town. They have a connection with a Brazilian footballer as well. I can't remember his name, but he won the World Cup. I hated Starbucks. Yeah, I would much rather go to a coffee house, local produce, and there's a place here called Cabo Coffee. I met these two girls the other day, and it's not for dating. You can meet girls, guys, without having to want to get them in bed with you. You can meet girls. I met these two girls, and we went for coffee. I said, hey, you want to meet at Starbucks? I was like, no, I don't. I'm not going to Starbucks. Meet you at Cabo Coffee. And they went, no problem. I'll never go to Starbucks again. I'll never go to McDonald's again. I'll never go to Burger King. I'll never go to Pizza Hut. I'll never go to Domino's. I haven't bought anything from Amazon since I bought my dartboard. So I like to play darts. Isn't it funny? The highest score in darts is 180, like 18. And you get 360s, like 666. Ignore those zeros, guys. 360s is 666. It's the highest score you can get in darts. Bullseye in the center, the circle in the center. What color is it? Red. Gets you 50 points. Yeah. 20s at the top. I need that. You know what? I should decode the dartboard. 20s at the top, and then it's got 1 and 5 either side it, which gets you 26. Like there's 26 letters in the alphabet, and God's 26, Adam's 26. Kobe died the 26th day of 2020, who I've proven is connected to Revelation and the Bible and prophecy. That's why he's involved in everything. I finally shut a lot of people up with that. I say this with 60 likes, and Kobe Bryant's last ever game, he scores 60 points. Why would you retire after scoring 60 points? Surely you could do another season. Liam Smith doing coffee with extra F's and E's. He seems to be enjoying this. Oh, God. Guys, what is going on with my throat? Okay. Laugh out loud, Andy. They'll make a film about it, yeah. They make a film about... Anyone they make a film about, they're sickos. Whether it's Stephen Hawking, Steve Jobs, Ted Bundy, Maradona's just had a movie about him, sicko. Maradona looking like somebody's auntie, looking like a dinner lady. Little prick. Hand of God, real ritual, mocking Christ. Just like Ronaldo always does this, like the cross. So did Solskjaer. Solskjaer celebrated like that, mocking Jesus on a cross. I see right through it. I know what they're doing. Aguero's first ever goal for Atletico Madrid, he scored with his hand. Messi scored with his hand. Maradona scored with his hand. All Argentinian. All played for Barcelona. the most Catholic club in the world, and they admit it. The Catalans. I do love Barcelona as a city, though. It's one of the nicest places I've ever been. It really is. I have nothing but positive things about Barcelona, but the actual club. My charger. I've had my Mac on charge for like 3 hours. I'm surprised it's not blown up. My wire's all damaged. Nightmare, guys. Have some ginger tea. I don't like ginger tea. It reminds me of Ed Sheeran, who's a prick. So I'll stay away from ginger tea. I might have a cup of Oh, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Look at this. Look at what I'm going to show you. I'm going to have one of these. I might even have it now, guys. Give me a second. Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. My beautiful mother got me these when she visited me. Oh. If you smell what the Yorkshire tea is brewing. I'm going to make myself a tea, guys. I might stay a little bit longer. I've just got the kettle going, and one of these little babies is going to go inside it. Oh, it smells delightful, guys. The good thing with tea bags as well, they don't go out of date. They don't go out to date, guys. It's like asexuals. They don't go on dates. They don't go out to date. Do you really believe Michael Jackson was an asexual, guys? They said that he wasn't attracted to anything. I think we know who Michael Jackson was attracted to. But yeah, thank you, GOMZ, for have some ginger tea. I'm going to have a Yorkshire tea. You inspired me. Did I just turn into Eminem? I think I just turned into Eminem, guys. There will be a movie about Neymar. Of course they will. Or the story of Gabriel Jesus, who came from nothing, who was painting on the streets, and then he became a professional and wins the World Cup. What a story. Yeah, it's a story. They always say this, guys. What a story. What a magical story. Yeah, it's a story. It is a story. That's all it is. LeBron is Le Clone. The guy with the Baal tattoo on his chest. But he's not a member of Baal, even though his whole chest is the Baal logo. He's not a member of Baal, guys. And Baal was founded in Philadelphia. Where was Kobe born? Where did LeBron overtake Kobe in the scoring charts? Philly. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed? Philly. Where was that prick Will Smith from? In West Philadelphia, born and raised as a Jesuit. In the Church of Satan is where I spent most of my days. Oh, God. I'm going to have to reenact that song with the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, who supposedly wrote, produced, and starred in it when he was young. A young nobody. Got a major break. You are truly English. Yeah, I am truly English. I am. Steve Jobs is still alive. Yes. He was seen in Egypt a few years ago. He's still alive. And I don't know what they did. And when it comes to cloning, guys, clones are real. So when you saw Steve Jobs all fragile like this, and he whatever his illness was, it wasn't even him. It wasn't even him. Some clone of him. In all seriousness. Normal tea is not good for you. I know it's not. But right now, mate, I don't give a shit. I want a cup of Yorkshire tea. And I know it's not good for me. And I'm even going to put a scoop of sugar in there to make it even worse. But I look after myself so I can treat myself to some Yorkshire tea. I'm not going to always just put perfectly healthy food inside my body. Sometimes you need a good old-fashioned cup of Yorkshire tea, lad. Spices don't expire either, exactly. Tuna, as far as I'm aware, that's why I have loads of tuna in my cupboards. I love tuna, and it stays there for ages, doesn't it? I would recommend you guys buying this type of stuff, spices, tuna, all of that. Just having it. If a zombie came to my door doing all the, shut up, mate, you prick. Piss off, stupid zombies. You think I'm going to be scared of you? Zombie-looking prick. That's what I would do if a zombie came towards me. I won't run away from the zombie. I'd knock it out. I'd knock it out, guys. In about 30 seconds, guys, I'm going to put together my tea, all right? I'm not talking about food. It's weird in England. We call it breakfast, dinner, and tea. And in the US, it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would always speak to my parents. They're like, I'm just going out for dinner. They're like, Adam, why are you having dinner at 8 p.m.? I'm like, Dad, dinner's tea, for fuck's sake. Dinner's tea, I keep telling you that. But again, the Americans had to screw with the language and change things that didn't need to be changed. My son's first movie he wrote, produced, and directed in 2017 is on Stan. Car driven is a Toyota Corona. Another reference is wow. Thanks for sharing that, mate. Boule is how you say boule. Boule. Okay, boo. Boo makes me think of ghosts. I need to message this girl who wants me to teach her English. She really wants me to teach her. Let me just send an audio quickly now, okay? Let me just send this out. Hey, Clau, how are you doing? I'm just doing a live stream at the moment, but let me know if you want an English class today and we'll figure out a time. And if you want me to come to you, I'll do that. Or if you want to do it online, just let me know. I'm just about to have a cup of Yorkshire tea. But yeah, let me know what you want to do and we'll figure it out. Cheers. So I'll send in an audio, guys. I don't like typing on WhatsApp. Steve Jobs is on a video dying. Steve Jobs, probably not even his real name. What is Steve Jobs in Gematria? I'll have to decode him, won't I? Apple, which is all about the forbidden fruit, the Garden of Eden. Steve Jobs, 27 and 126 and 54. Oh, did you hear that, guys? The kettle just clicked, baby. Give me a second. She speaks basic English, Almog. She wants to become fluent. She has the basics, like the very basics. Like, I can speak Spanish. Am I fluent? Could I improve my Spanish? Yes. Can I have a conversation in Spanish? Sí, señor. Let me just go get my cup of tea, guys. Hang in there. I'll be about 30 seconds. Oh, okay. Question, guys. As you're waiting for me, tea bag first or water first, and you put the milk in before or after the sugar? I'll leave you with that. Think about it. It's a serious question. Okay. Tea bag enters the cup. And pour the boiling water above the tea bag. Go to your fridge, you find the milk. You get a teaspoon. Get a sugar, if you've got a sweet tooth, which I do by now. Get the sugar. But before I put the sugar in, I will remove the tea bag. Controversial to many, but I don't care. So I've got the sugar. There we go, baby. Have the sugar. Let's get the milk. I like to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Stir the milk with the sugar. Little bit. Milk back in the fridge. Get it by the handle, and then you have a nice cup of Yorkshire tea, guys. Hello, is it tea you're looking for? What a cup this is. Oh, fuck, it's hot, man. I just burnt my fucking tongue. Oh, shit. Where's my water? Ribena. I've got an amazing story about Ribena, guys. Sorry if you don't like sugar. I really don't give a shit because I do like sugar in my tea. If you don't like it, whatever. But I have a really funny story about Ribena. A hilarious story. One of my best friends growing up, he played professional at Bradford City, the first team. I was in his house and I was in his kitchen and he had a giant bottle of Ribena. If he listens to this live stream, he's going to cry. He was crying in laughter. I threw up this giant bottle of Ribena, and usually I can catch anything. I throw it up, I can catch it behind my back like that. And I threw this up so high. I went to catch it. I missed it. The Ribena splattered all over his kitchen wall in his parents' house. And he was laughing. So yeah, I've got a funny story about Ribena. Okay, what else we got? Amazing cup. It is, thank you. My friend Lisa bought me this cup. Amazing woman. She's going to visit in a few weeks. She's a really great woman. She bought me this cup. Look at this barnet, guys. I used to have like long hair like this. I don't know what happened. My hair just disappeared. It's like a magic trick. Real honey or maple syrup? Yeah, I do love honey. I love some honey on my pancakes, honey. Honey's good for you though, isn't it? Honey's good. Liam, don't say things like that when I'm trying to drink. Liam said, Lionel, rich tea. It makes me think of those biscuits, which taste like shit. Those biscuits, they've got no flavor. I could do with some chocolate bourbons right now, maybe some custard creams. I don't have any candy or biscuits, guys. It's just the tea then, isn't it? Your friend that played at Bradford, he played, I don't know. Maybe he was at Bradford when they win the championship and then League One. He truly believes that it's not rigged. There could be an organic. I've told you now at this point, mate, that it's the top players know the Premier League. My mate never made it to the Premier League. And if it's magic, they don't all need to know. They don't all know. It would have all come out a long time ago. It would have come out a long time ago. They don't know. Some of them do. The illuminated ones. So all three finished 1-0 in African Cup of Nations. Great. I hope my mates listened to me when I said bet on 1-0 today. In all the games. That's literally what I said. I said, bet on 1-0 in all the games and you'll win. Imagine somebody, I hope somebody in my community took that and read my comment. They'll be freaking winning a lot of money today. Is Bargain Basement honey okay? Bargain Basement. Oh, Bargain Basement, that cheap place in England where everything's cheaper, like food and what else do they sell in? No, that's Home Bargains. That's Home Bargains, isn't it? Not Bargain Basement. It's a place called Home Bargains. My mate used to work there for about 15 years, stacking shelves, baby. Guys, how long does it take for tea to cool down, man? I'm desperate for a sip and it's burning me. I blame the Jesuits. It's the Jesuits' fault. Many moons ago, the moon cycles are 19 years, aren't they? So maybe many moons ago means like 19 or 38 years ago. No milk, one sugar and honey. Oh, and a spliff. Hey, it's gone from guys, no milk, one sugar and honey. Okay, and then a spliff. I've never had a spliff, mate, with a cup of tea. This is the conversation I wanted, Adam, because of my granddad. He would have never accepted he was going to lose. I don't accept loss or failure. I used to be a really sore loser. I'm better at that. But in a loss, always learn from a loss. And if you learn from a loss, you've not lost. I need to write a book, man, just about it. What did I just say there? If you've lost but learn from the loss, you didn't lose. No, I don't think that's what I said. What did I say? If you lose, you've not truly lost. If you learn from the loss. I need to write that down. Might get a tattoo on my arm, guys, saying that. So many collapses during Spurs game. Definite ritual for what though? Maybe Spurs win a trophy. Spurs story is to not win a trophy. Spurs aren't winning anything. That's their whole storyline. Mourinho's storyline is to win a trophy everywhere he goes. Spurs is just not win a trophy. Who else? Sir Alex's storyline was to be the greatest ever. Who else we got? Other storylines. Allardyce's storyline for so long was to keep every team in the Premier League. If you get Allardyce, you'll stay up. And then he took them down, didn't he? Oh, did he? I think he got sacked before they went down. Maybe he still has that record. He's never been relegated in the Premier League. Do you drink yerba, mate? No. I don't really drink warm drinks. And why am I drinking this tea again? Who inspired me? Why am I drinking Yorkshire? Oh, no, somebody told me to drink herbal tea. I was like, shit, I'm going to have a Yorkshire tea, man. It's been a while. But it's not the same, is it? When you have a cup of tea and there's no cheeky biscuits to dip in. It's not the same, guys. All right, here we go. Come on. I love my mum to bits. She's an absolute legend. But listen, this is how my mum drinks tea.
She used to drink tea like that with like a bacon sandwich and have a bag of crisps. I had to leave the room. Guys. But I love her to bits. She's a legend. She's a phenomenal athlete. She's a marathon runner and she's in her 60s. Absolutely incredible woman. But she would sip tea like that and it would drive me insane. Tea is not the same outside. No, it's not. Any tea outside of England's dog shit. You can shove your fruit teas, your herbal teas, your green teas right up your ass, your black teas. Give me a Yorkshire tea, shut your mouth. Yorkshire tea need to hire you. Yeah, maybe, because I'm really passionate about it. I'm really passionate about my tea. 210 tea bags for the price of 160, 50 extra. But listen, this is what I miss about Yorkshire, guys. Oh, great. Not a fan. This is what I miss about Yorkshire. The country. Yorkshire's beautiful. I miss the countryside. I miss the walks. I miss cycling. I miss the fresh air. Not really anymore with all the chemtrails, but I do miss Yorkshire at times, but I don't really miss the people. I don't really miss the weather. I don't really miss the food. I don't really miss the lifestyle, but I miss the countryside and my family. That's about it. About Yorkshire and England. People keep saying, why don't you move back to England? Because I live in paradise. Why would I do that? Yorkshire tea, the best. Brilliant, Dan. Bro, I'm from India. English tea is just off brand. Is it? Mate, if you're from India, I will say this to you, brother. I'm a huge fan of Indian food. It could be my favorite food. Indian food is incredible. Shit, I might go for an Indian tonight. I'm going for an Indian tonight, mate. You've just inspired. What's your name? Goms. I'm going for an Indian tonight, and it's because of you. If it wasn't for this goddamn live stream, guys, I wouldn't be going for an Indian tonight. I'm going to teach this girl, see if she's responded to me. Like you said, maybe she didn't understand. That was a great shout. Her English is pretty low level. I'm gonna text her so she can put it in Google Translate. What time works for you? What time works for you? Do you want me to come to you? Okay. See you guys. Say men can't multitask. I'm texting a girl. I'm doing a live stream. And I'm drinking tea. So yes, men can multitask. And Yorkshire don't taste the same outside England. Yes, it does, mate. This Yorkshire tea tastes just the same, mate. I'm telling you. The milk, I can see why people get offended by me drinking tea with milk and sugar. But like I said, Flinny's a real legend, one of the funniest guys ever. If you don't like it, I don't give a shit, mate. I like this tea and I'm going to enjoy it. If you want to send me some custard creams over from England, from London, send them my way, mate. Flinny sent me a big tip one time. I'm not going to say what it was. I'm forever grateful to him for Christmas. He didn't have to do that. He already supports my Patreon. And Flinny knows one of my stories. I was walking to the breakfast place. I think I ran there. No, I walked there. I was like, my favorite breakfast place. I was so excited. I got there. It was closed. I was raging. I was like, no, okay, fine. It is what it is. I was walking back. I was like, I'll just make breakfast at home. On the floor, me and him, Flinny, can you back me up on this in a comment? This stuff happens to me every day. We were talking about the Liverpool-Milan game that finished 3-3. And as we were talking about it, on the floor, there was an Uno card. If you don't know what Uno is, it's a card game. And there was an Uno card on the floor, number 3, and it was red, like Liverpool's kit and Milan's kit. Flinny, can you back me up on this one, please? And I also saw the 1977 number plate, and we were talking about Brady, who was born in 1977. Please back me up. Yes, they do have an Indian in Cabo. It's nowhere near. It's about 30% as good as England, but it's good enough, Flinny. It's good enough, but it's not anything like back home. The Indian, There was Indians who told me, who lived in India that now live in Bradford, who said the Indian curry houses, the Indian curry is actually better than the curries in India. The curries in Bradford, guys, is the capital city of the world for curries, is Bradford. It's got the best curry houses in the whole of probably Europe. So if you ever do go to Bradford, you probably don't want to. It's a bit of a shithole, most of it, although there's a lot of beauty to it. I lived in Saltaire, which is a World Heritage Site. A lot of beauty. Freemason Sir Titus Salt supposedly created the little village. Did he heck? A lot of Masonic symbolism in Saltaire. Check out the roads, the pavements and stuff like that. It's true what he's saying. What time is it in Argentina? I don't know. Time that I stop performing rituals. That's what time it is in Argentina. I'm in Mexico. Yep. Have been for 7.5 years. Tea, coffee, and dairy is had by 1 or 2 billion people. It's choice. Yeah, I love anything that's choice. Like if you want to have a black coffee and you don't put milk and sugar, have a black coffee if you enjoy it. I don't know why people have to say, "Oh my God, why don't you have milk?" I don't want milk. Shut up. Shut up. Because I like my... Why don't you have milk? Probably because I don't want milk in my coffee is why I don't have milk in it. Is it not pretty obvious why I don't have milk? Because I don't want it. So I prefer it black. That's what she said. You can't have tea. You can't have tea without honey. Fair enough. Fair enough. In spring, the wildflowers are spectacular here in Texas. I feel like I'm reading from like a book or watching a documentary. In spring, the wildflowers are spectacular here in Texas, Linda. I do appreciate flowers, guys. I appreciate flowers. I appreciate nature. And that's only since I had my awakening. I really appreciate flowers. It's really weird, isn't it? But it's beautiful. Indian food outside India is not real Indian food. Okay, I get that. I've never been to India. I wouldn't know. If it's better than it is in Bradford, then do I need a COVID vaccine to get to India? Because I might fly there just for a couple of chicken booners, baby. I'm a fan of the onion bhajis and pakoras and the kebabs. I prefer the starters to the actual main dish. Give me some garlic naan bread as well. Give me a bit of garlic naan bread to just dip in my curry. Lovely. I need a beer as well with a curry. But although water's a great shout, isn't it? I will say this to you though, mate, no offense to you. Indian dessert is absolutely disgraceful. The worst dessert in the world, Indian dessert. And if you're going to try and justify it being nice, please leave my stream. Do you drink pop? No. The only time I'll drink soda is with a burger, which is maybe once every 2 weeks. I kind of like sparkling lemonade. I'm sure there's sugar in it, but yeah, I don't really drink Coke or Pepsi or Sprite or Fanta. Very occasional. I used to like a real idiot. I used to go to McDonald's with the boys when I lived in LA, and they give you refills, which is intentional. They want to destroy your body. I would go to this place called the Underground. You would buy a Coke and you could have unlimited refills. I think one time I did 20 glasses of Coca-Cola whilst I was playing darts and pool and shuffleboard. I'm surprised I still have any teeth left. My mate Carl, who's kind of my mate, but not anymore, because we're both very stubborn and we both said a few things to each other and we're both stubborn. We haven't spoke for a while, but he was one of my best friends. We'd always laugh about, like, I got a Cheesecake Factory and have like 15 Cokes. So like, can I have the penne pasta and 15 Cokes and a piece of cheesecake? Black tea is the best. Never had black tea. I'm a writer. I can't help it. You've got an amazing way with words, Lady Hawk. I noticed that the first comment you ever left. I've got a lot of respect for people who can write poetry or write their emotions through a diary. And I'm not talking Anne Frank diary. Another innocent Jew who got exploited by the Nazis. Anne Frank was a fictional character. No doubt in my mind. and I had to teach about Anne Frank and what a hero she was for writing in a book. Wasn't her. West Ham away shirt is sky blue and white stripes like Argentina. Yeah, and that's why West Ham are having a great season. West Ham, their logo, skull and bones, baby. That's their logo. The hammers. That's why Lingard would do that when he scored. Matt Noble would sometimes do it. It's just so in your face. David Gold's a Mason. The woman who was one of the owners, forgot her name. Definitely a man, but I forgot her name. But David Gold was one of them. Gold, baby. Gold. Really important element. You remember Austin Powers? There was Gold member. And you had Austin Powers, aka Mike Myers, which is the same name as the freaking serial killer. See how Mike Myers played multiple roles? He played Fat Bastard, he played Austin Powers, he played Dr. Evil, and he played Goldmember. It tells you that one person can play multiple roles. They tell you that. He proved that in the movies. He played multiple roles where you would have had no idea. It took me years to realize that Mike Myers played Fat Bastard and Dr. Evil. I didn't even know. That's how good the makeup was. That's how good it was at putting on voices. Mike Myers demonstrated in the movie Austin Powers. Do I make you horny, baby? One of my favorite movies of all time. Yes, he's a satanic scumbag, but he's funny. Yeah, check out Austin Powers. The same guy plays multiple roles. Like there's a lot of these celebrities that play multiple roles. How are you doing, Illusion? Feel better now. I have a cup of tea, mate. I'm going to wait to see what this girl says about the class. She just messaged me. I want to ask you something. Ooh, very intriguing. I want to ask you something. Go for it. What do you think she wants to ask me? Are you the illusion? I hope she doesn't ask me a really personal question here. As a joke, guys, this girl just said, I want to ask you something. In the comments, say what you think she's going to ask me, just as a joke. Just as a joke. Put in the comment what you think she's going to ask me, this girl I've never met before. I want to ask you something. Go on. Who's got the funniest one? I'm feeling humorous today. I'm feeling humorous. I don't believe Anne Frank's story. Yeah, because it's a story and a bullshit one. I have some Mexico family friends in La Paz. La Paz is beautiful, which means the peace. I spent time in Cabo, fed in jail. Oh, no, you don't want to be in jail in Mexico, mate, from what I've heard. They give you nothing but water. They give you what? Nothing but water? They give you nothing but water? It's better than nothing, mate. Everton and Southampton are huge donor clubs. Yes, mainly Southampton. The Saints. Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Luke Shaw, Danny Ings. Who else am I missing? Van Dijk. I think I already said him, didn't I? Who else? Who am I missing with the Saints? The Spurs guy, Højbjerg, was at Southampton. Lallana was at Southampton. Ricky Lambert was at Southampton. Nathaniel Klein was at Southampton. There's loads of them. Yeah, they're a feeding club. And they go to Liverpool. Are you Nicky Butt? Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm not going to read out what she said. Do you have a good do you have a good touch for a big fella? Oh, he's got a great touch for a big fella. And like we say, yeah, always about Peter Crouch. He's got a big touch. He's got a good touch for a big fella. He's a pro athlete. He better have a freaking good touch, especially as a striker. Are you married? Maybe she's going to ask me that. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm not going to say what she asked. Oh, I think the universe is testing me here. I don't want to... One second. Sorry, guys. I'm not meaning to be rude. I don't want to be disrespectful to this girl. Guys, like... Lovren, yeah. I never rated Lovren.
No physical no physical contact. No, she asked me something, but I don't want to say it because it's pretty personal. It's. I don't really want to say what she asked me. I don't know what to say. I'm keeping you on the edge of your seat here, aren't you? You think, what is it? What did she ask him? Tune in until next week where I'm going to tell you guys. All right. When you're providing a service and somebody really wants your service, but they can't really afford your service, would you still do it to be a good person? How big are you? Big, baby. Would you do it? Somebody really wants your service, you can really help that person, but they can't afford your service, but they still are willing to pay, just not the amount that you usually charge. Would you do it? Should I do it for this girl who really wants to grow and get better and just make barely any money, but just do it because she's happy? She doesn't need service. She's not a car, Liam. She doesn't need servicing. It's not about that. I think I'm going to do it for her. I think I'm going to do it for her. I'm going to help her, guys. I feel like I'm being tested. She's not making it. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. What's money, guys? I need some, but I don't need a lot. Okay. She said it's not your problem. Don't worry if not. I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm doing it. I've said yes. I've said yes. Let's see how she responds. I hope she puts a smiley face. So that'll be worth it. That'll be worth it. Let's see what she says. This is dramatic, guys. This is pure drama. What a show from the Illusion today. What's going to happen next? Okay, 3 smiley faces and 3 of these. 3 whatever bicep emojis. I've done it, guys. I've just made somebody really happy. Let's see what time she says. Please don't say 6. Don't throw a 6 at me. Please don't say 6. What number are you going to throw at me, Cloud? Guys, again, let's play a game. What time do you think she wants the class? I've never taught this girl. What time do you think she's going to say? Tell me what time. I think she's going to say 6. Oh, no. It's not 6. Whoa! Who's lied to me 3? She said 4 o'clock. She said 4, and the first answer was 4 from you. It's 4. 4. What are you doing today at 4? Guys, that's in 45 minutes. So I'll probably have to leave this. What do I'm going to say nothing. Nothing important. Well, this is important, the live stream, but I've been here 4 hours, guys. Do you want me to come to you? Sounds a bit weird. Or teach you online. This is nice, isn't it, guys? The universe tested me here. I could have been a real jerk and said, no, I only charge this amount. It's not going to lead to anything else, Jeremiah. Well, you never know in this universe. I don't think it will. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know if she's 20, if she's 50, if she's 97 years old, baby. I don't know. I don't know anything about her. I just know her name's Cloud, and she wants to learn English to grow and do better at work. Okay, she wants me to come to her house. No stupid comments, guys, okay? We don't need stupid comments in the chat. So I'm going to go to her house. If she wants me to wear a mask, I won't teach her. Put it that way. Okay, can you send me your address? Hey, guys, calm down, okay? Don't get silly. Can you send me your address? Okay. And I've been a teacher for so long now, I don't need to plan anything. I'll just go. I'll just get to know her. I'll speak to her, find out her level.
3:30. The Right Honourable the Baroness Karen Brady. That's who it is. Karen Brady. Oh my God, the last name's Brady, like Tom. I do believe a lot of doors open when you're nice. You get out what you put in. If you spread positive energy, you attract it. I'm going to really help this girl. And that brings me joy. I'm going to help this girl get better at English. I know I will. I know I will. I'm just waiting for her to send me her address. She's genuine. This girl's genuine. I'm not going to read out the exact comment, but she really pulled on my heartstrings. And it is genuine. She said, I'm really, really interested in doing this. But la-di-da-di-da. I don't want to say exactly what she said. But yeah. I'm going to help her out. I'm going to have to go in about 15 minutes then because I don't even know where she lives, guys. I'm going to drive to her as well. So I've got to drive to her and then drive back, but I'm going to do it. I might even lose money on this class, but whatever. Should I teach you online or should we meet somewhere? She wants me to come to her. I think it's better to be in person. I don't like teaching online, but some people are so scared of COVID. I'll go to her. She might be like that woman off that film where she ties the book right up. Guys, you've got wild imaginations. I'm going to go there, sit on the table and teach you English. Find out a level. She's not going to tie me up against a bedpost. You've been watching 50 Shades of Grey. Come on, guys, don't be disgusting. Public area first. Guys, I get that. Maybe this girl texting me is secretly Pope Francis with a wig on and he's going to take me out. Maybe. If it is, I'm going to knock him out. Oh, this tea. Still warm, baby. All right, what we got? Make sure she ain't a Jesuit. Well, it'll be the first question I ask. I'll say, are you a Jesuit? And if she goes, what? I'll say, okay, we're good. Let's go. Let's start. If she says yes, I'll say, okay, have a good day. I'm leaving. Shove your English class up your ass. Bring an extra pair of pants. Hey, come on, guys. It's getting silly now, guys. I'm not bringing an extra pair of pants. I'll take my computer, and that's all I need. Okay? Extra pair of pants. What are you going on about? A lot of catfishing lately. You guys are jokers, aren't you? You've got some jokers in the chat. But she's still not sent me her address. I don't know how I'm supposed to just turn up to her house. I don't know where she lives. It could be Harry Kane. Oh, my name's Harry Kane, and I'm a dog shit footballer who can't even talk, but I captain my country and team even though I can't fucking speak properly. Hate Harry Kane. Shit footballer. Said it before I understood Gematria. Yeah, I think I said I have to go in 10 minutes 3 hours ago. But now I actually will have to go because I'm going to teach this girl. Give her a Masonic. I don't know what the Masonic handshake is. Like, I can't. One of them puts the hand. I don't know. Don't you hate it when pricks you shake the hand and they have to squeeze your hand? Like, what are you doing, mate? Is your dick this small that you have to squeeze my hand to prove a point? Like the people on the motorbikes past you, it's like tiny, isn't it? You have a tiny little wiener by doing that. So yeah, I get shaking the hand. It shows that you're strong and confident, but stop trying so hard to squeeze my hand. Because I'll give you one of them, mate, if you can squeeze my hand any longer. Left elbow to the nose, boom. Game over. Game over. All right. Guys, this is pretty impressive for me, nearly going 4 hours. It is, isn't it? Not blowing my own trumpet or anything. But my neighbours are going to be grateful to see me leave. All right, are we done? I think we're done, aren't we? There's nothing else going on in the comments. No, I think we're good. Kung Fu fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Satan is fast as lightning. Like Usain Bolt, the lightning bolt. What are you doing again? I'm gonna teach a girl English for the first time. It's not the first time I'm gonna teach a girl English. I'm gonna go to her house. I'm gonna get to know her, but she needs to send me her address. And I'm gonna have to leave soon. So I don't know how far she lives away from where I live. She just sent me it. Oh, it's a trek, guys. It's a trek for the illusion. It's a trek. Oh. Yeah, this is not round the corner, baby. This is put your foot on the gas. Put your foot on the pedal. Okay. Okay. I've got 5 more minutes because it's going to take me about 20 minutes to get there. No, her name's Claudia. It's a very Mexican name as well, Claudia. Claudia, like Claudia Schiffer, who's a bloke, like all supermodels. Guys, I'm going to have to change my shirt for the lady. I've got sweaty armpits. It's not like me. It's pretty disgusting. Can't be turning up with a shirt with sweaty armpits. Horrific. Really horrific. But I told you it's hard work speaking for this long. You get a sweat. Maybe the English tea as well. No, I don't need protection, mate. Scandalous comment, but pretty funny at the same time. Whatever you do, please don't take flu. I'll never take medicine. My medicine is smiling. My medicine is sun. My medicine is going for a run. I don't need tablets. I will avoid doctors at all costs. I will only go see a doctor if I snap my leg or snap a bone. I will not go for a bullshit virus or if my nose is running. No. I'll figure it out myself. I don't need to wake up, have a sore throat and my nose running, go to a doctor to say, hey, Adam, it seems like you've got a sore throat and your nose is running. Here's some tablets. Why would I do that? The only way I'll ever go to a hospital again is if I'm literally either dying or I've snapped a bone. I think I dislocated my wrist recently. I couldn't lift weight for about 4 months. Everyone said, why have you not seen a doctor? I'm not going. I'm not going. I've got another wrist. I'm not going to see these doctors. No offense if you're in the chat and you're a doctor, to be honest, but I avoid hospitals at all costs. Meet halfway. Can you meet me halfway? Who sung that? Was that the Black Eyed Peas? 4 Jesuits? Yeah, I don't think I'll go to her house again. Like, I'm doing her a big favor here. I'll do it today, but I'm not always going to drive to her house. That's taking the piss. Like, what's she going to ask for next? Hey, can you also give me a few of your Yorkshire tea? Oh, darling, I can give you a discount. I can drive to your house, but you ain't got in my Yorkshire tea. Laters, okay. Speak soon, Dan. Manuka, honey and tea, never had it. I'm going to put honey next time. I'm going to buy some honey later. Have you heard of any purple streetlights being installed? No. We're way behind in Mexico. It's a beautiful country, but we're way behind. All the shit that's going to go down with technology, it all starts in Asia, and it's going to make its way to Western Europe, Western civilization, the US, Canada, then finally to Mexico, which I'm happy with. I'm actually happy not being in a so-called developed country right now. Latina tea. Salt is an emulsifier. If you gargle with salt water, it will clean. Yeah, I've heard. That's why I like the ocean. I deliberately go under the water for the seawater. It's really good for my skin. And I've noticed on YouTube, I'm getting pissed off with this. There's all these commercials about these guys who are like, for 3 minutes commercials. Hey, my name's Adam, and I use this product to keep my skin smooth. It's like, what? Shut up, mate. Stop being a bitch. Okay? Like, stop it. Stop it. I don't want to watch this commercial with you putting cream on your face. Stop it. Stop making men so weak. So many weak-ass bitches in this world, guys. And a lot of it's the meat, a lot of it's the food that we eat, a lot of it's the chemtrails pumping estrogen into us. I get that. That's why there's so many gays now. Which I've got nothing against them, but they're everywhere. soon being straight, guys, I promise you, soon being straight is going to be like the minority. And whatever. Pinch of borax removes the nanotech from chemtrails. Interesting. Might see you later. I think Joni is going to do a stream. I won't be online later. I'll maybe have to check my Patreon for 15 minutes just to respond to people. But I've got a life outside of Patreon and being the illusion. I am Adam. Adam comes first. The illusion's some other character. Because I realize it's all a show. The illusion's a character that I created. And I like him. But it's not Adam. Adam's a different guy. Okay. Last 3 comments, and I better go. I need to put my socks on, change my shirt, and then go. Stock up and box, but countries are banning it. Yeah, they'll ban anything that's good for you, just like they banned illegalized marijuana because it's actually good for you. Marijuana is good for you. And that's why they illegalized it. Because it's organic, it's healthy. Probably does have no negative effect if you use it without using it all the time. It's good for your bones, it's good for your mindset, it's good for your anxiety levels, and they banned it because it's good for you. And you could get it from a plant and not from a pharmaceutical company. All right, guys, much love. I better go. I don't want to be late. I'm English. We're very punctual. But thank you for this. I did 4 hours. I don't know when the next live's going to be. It's definitely not going to be tomorrow. I won't have a voice by tomorrow. 1-1 Juve and Inter had it. Excellent. Always love when people win. Always love when people win. Well done, mate, for getting the 1-1 in the Juve Inter game. 1-1. Pope equals 11, baby. Master number. My favorite number growing up. And it still is. Let's leave it on that. Number 11. Much love to you all. I'm going. Shit. And on the next live, I'll let you know how the class goes with this girl. Cheers, guys. Thank you. And take care.